that time of year. You can have leftovers. Again. Or you can close that fridge and open up the McDonald's app for something special, like your favorite crispy chicken sandwich. Now when you buy any crispy chicken sandwich on the McDonald's app, get another one for free, like the spicy crispy chicken sandwich. It's a deal so good, there won't be any leftovers. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer available through December 12th at participating McDonald's. Valid once a day. The app download and registration required.
Minutes still matter when it comes to medical emergencies. Chest pain, severe abdominal pain, headache, high fever, and other emergencies need fast medical care. So please, don't put off getting care in an emergency. Northwest Health has implemented strict safety standards so that you can come to us confidently, knowing we are providing a safe place with quality care. Visit northwesthealthercare.com or call 911 in an emergency.
Listening to the Valpo Sports Radio Network, home of Valparaiso Beacon Athletics.
Sacking to Kaiser. Kaiser driving. He jumped it underneath. Gordon laid it in. 3 seconds to go. It's Clemens in the backcourt. Clemens will have to launch from half court. No good. And Valpo wins it. Aaron Gordon at the John Kaiser assist.
From kickoff of football season to Arch Madness, the Valpo Sports Radio Network brings you every thrilling moment for the brown and gold.
Taken away by Morgan, gives to Edwards in transition, goes on the glass, and a monster one-handed poster. Oh my goodness, Sheldon Edwards, you are incredible.
On air at 95.1 FM and streaming live at thesource95.com. You're listening to the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are live from the Athletics Recreation Center on the campus of Valparaiso University for this evening's Women's Basketball Missouri Valley Conference matchup featuring the visiting team on the scoreboard, the 22-5 Missouri State Bears, who are coached by Amaka Agugua Hamilton, who is in her third season at Missouri State, and the home team, 10-17 Valparaiso Beacons, who are coached by Mary Evans, who is in her fourth season at Valparaiso. Hello once again, everyone. I'm Garrett Willis. That's Mason Bonn up here at the table with me. We're just about a half hour away from tip-off, and now we start with Northwest Health Women's Basketball pregame show here on the Valpo Sports Radio Network. Mr. Bonn, happy to have you up here at the table with me here today. How are you doing?
Garrett, a pleasure to make my radio debut outside of Schnabel Hall. Let me tell you, the air is just better up here.
It just is better up here. Everything's better here at the Arc. I mean, the food is better, the broadcasts are better, and frankly, the basketball is just better too. So just overall, a great evening here. We're finally in March.
Finally, we've made it to March.
Basketball is better in March as well.
Couldn't agree more, Garrett. This should be a fun one tonight.
Mason, let's talk about the last game for Valpo. They take on Loyola here about a week ago today. It was last Friday. Many had viewed it as the most important game for Valpo's season. If they had won that game, they would lock up a top 6 seeding within the Valley tournament, and they would have put themselves a game ahead of Loyola going into the final weekend for the 5 seed. They came out slow. They were down by 10, around 10 at half. They got it down to 7. They came out blazing in the third quarter. What was at one point a 15-point deficit got all the way down to 3 points with about a minute left in the third quarter. But Valpo only made one shot in the fourth quarter, and that ended up dooming them. And they ended up dropping the game to Loyola last week, and now effectively they still control their own destiny, but the road to being able to clinch a top 6 seed in the Valley got significantly harder, where they need to win a game here this weekend against one of the top 2 teams in the Valley. And Mr. Mason, it is going to be much tougher for them upcoming this weekend. They really needed to win that game. They came out flat.
Yeah, this is they put themselves in a tough spot. You know, that game typified a lot of what we've seen from Valpo women's basketball. They're not afraid to come back from big deficits, but they can go extremely cold for long stretches of the game. So definitely a big loss, but another opportunity tonight.
They do have 2 very large opportunities ahead of them here the next 2 days. They are taking on the team that has won the MVC regular season crown the last 2 seasons in Missouri State. I tell you what, Mason, this team has just been incredible over the last few seasons. I mean, we're talking about Amaka Akagua Hamilton, also known as Coach Mox, by her team, 71-12 in 2+ seasons at Missouri State. Just incredible to see how consistent this Missouri State team has been over the last decade. And since 2018, they're 8-9 against Power 5 opponents. So that in itself is a very high water mark that no other team in the Valley has been able to achieve within the same time. Mason, it's going to be a tough task for Valpo here today, but Aaron Levitt and I were talking about matchups for this Valpo team. They don't match up well against Missouri State. They don't match up well against Northern Iowa, but this team has played Missouri State very well the last couple seasons, even though they're 0-3 and do not have any wins to show for it. But a game here last season against Missouri State where they dropped it by 1 really shows how Valpo is starting to mature. They're playing better against the creme de la creme of the Valley, and they definitely feel as if they play their best basketball here tonight, they may have a shot to win.
Absolutely. This is a Missouri State team driven by defense, the top 15 defensive scoring team in the nation. But this is a Valpo team that can get hot. We've seen it time and time again where they can put up points in bunches and stretch the defense. So would love to see an early start, a lot of points, and really making the defense work.
Last year, Valpo played Missouri State. They were down by 6 at half, proceeded to score 29 points in the third quarter to come and take a 6-point lead going into the fourth quarter. And we all know how that game ended, with a foul called with 0.2 of a second left to go in that game, as Bryce Caleb made 3 free throws to give Missouri State the 1-point win. The buzzer had sounded. I had said ring the bell. And just like that, the game flips, and Valpo was robbed of what would have been their first win against a ranked opponent in 13 years. I'm guessing that the Valpo team will still have that bitter taste in their mouths here today as they take on Missouri State. Wouldn't necessarily call it a revenge game because they've never taken down this Missouri State team, but it's definitely a game that Valpo should come out motivated for.
Yeah, absolutely. Missouri State, of course, 9-0 all time against Valpo, but we've said it time and time again, nobody beats Valpo basketball 10 times in a row, so I'm looking for a strong effort tonight out of them.
Unless you're the Drake Bulldogs, and they've played Drake very well this season.
Absolutely.
Granted, not the same Bulldog team we've seen in years past, but Valpo lost their first 13 matchups to the Drake Bulldogs and then won both of them promptly this year. So I guess this year might be the year of breaking those cold streaks against Valley opponents that Valpo has not been able to beat so far. We might be able to see that trend continue here today. We'd like to remind you that Valparaiso Women's Basketball pregame show is brought to you by Hungry Howie's, First Source Bank, Allegiance Credit Union, Culver's Holiday Inn Express, Lakeshore Bone and Joint, Royal Excursions, Wings, etc., Berkshire Hathaway, Highland Feller, Pepsi, Terry's Discount Windows, and Ticket Smarter. And you're listening to Northwest Top Women's Basketball pregame show here on the Valpo Sports Radio Network. We're going to take a brief break. When we come back, we're going to get a deep dive into the Valley. There are a lot of things that can happen here over the next 3 days to be able to determine conference seeding. Along with that, we'll take a look down to St. Louis. Arch Madness starts tonight, and the Valpo Beacons are taking on the Evansville Purple Aces from the Show Me City. So it'll be interesting to see if Valpo is able to put together a run within the conference tournament and where this team, the Valpo women's team, can finish going into Hoops in the Heartland starting next week. So stay with us. We'll be back in 3 minutes. From Van Wagner, this is Valpo Sports Radio Network.
You trained for this all year. Endless hours of cardio, conditioning, and weights. And now you are ready. Ready to trek back to your seat from the concession stand. Through the lines, lost fans, and that mascot who wants you to do a little dancey dance. All without spilling a drop of your ice-cold Bud Light. Welcome back to football, sports fans.
Heinold and Feller Tire and Lawn Equipment strive to exemplify the true meaning of the words trust, courtesy, and honesty. In fact, many of our customers say we've done a pretty good job of it. Since 1958, we've been providing auto repair and full-service tire sales to Porter County, Indiana. Come visit us at our Valparaiso or La Crosse locations, or check us out at heinold-feller.com. We look forward to many more years of providing you excellent service, because at our Heinold & Feller, your family matters to ours.
You work hard for your money. We know you do. With that same work ethic, Allegis Credit Union has been serving the very same hard-working Northwest Indiana community residents for over 50 years. There is no better place to go for your financial needs, such as new and used vehicle loans, personal loans, Visa credit cards, and home equity loans. We are here to help you get that loan you deserve. Make it easy by simply applying for your loan online at allegis.org or stop into the Allegis office nearest you. Not only can Allegis offer affordable payments, but also extra benefits, such as a fast application process and no payments for 90 days. Come to a place where we take care of hardworking community people like you. Visit allegis.org for more information today. That is allegis.org. Contact Allegis for more information on the 90-day no payment option. Membership required for loan disbursement.
Ticket Smarter is glad we are back to holding live events. If you are looking to buy tickets to the best sports, concerts, and theater events, all at the very best price, look no further than Ticketsmarter.com or on the app. Buying tickets at TicketSmarter will help support children in need. For every ticket transaction on TicketSmarter, $1 will be donated to a children's charity. TicketSmarter is proud to be the official ticketing partner of bowl season. TicketSmarter, a smarter way to buy tickets.
There are sports bars everywhere these days, but there's only one place for award-winning jumbo wings, bigger beers, and better food and drink values all week long. Wings Etc. Grill and Pub. We're so much more than wings. Enjoy wraps, salads, subs, seafoods, quesadillas, amazing appetizers, and awesome daily lunch food and drink specials. And now, when you can't eat here, order online for pickup at togo.wingsetc.com. It's fast, easy, and convenient. Wings Etc. Grill and Pub at 501 North Silhavy in Valparaiso and online at wingsetc.com.
Live on WVOR 95.1 and streaming at WVORthesource.com, you're listening to the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
Welcome back live here at the Athletics Recreation Center, getting ready for the start of play between Valparaiso and Missouri State. That's Mason Bonn. I'm Garrett Willis. You're listening to the Northwest Health Women's Basketball pregame show here on the Valpo Sports Radio Network. Well, Mr. Bonn, we have a lot of interesting things going on here at the Arc this week. We have a lot of games that are going to determine the conference standings here in the next few days. We'll take a look into the Missouri Valley Conference right now for the games that are going to be taking place here today, if I'm actually able to pull them up on my phone. So we're going to the Missouri Valley Conference. 4 games taking place today, 1 currently in action. Indiana State up 31-21 on Northern Iowa with 100 seconds left to go there in the second quarter. If that result holds, that will really shake things up. Indiana State technically is still in the running for that 6th spot. If they're able, actually, no, I take that back. Indiana State is not in the running for that 6th spot because Valpo is 3 games ahead of them, and Valpo has split the season series with Indiana State, so that is not possible. So I take that back. There are only 2 teams that are going to be able to finish in the 6th or 7th spots, and that is Valpo or Drake. So those are the games that we're going to be looking at here for this evening. Missouri State versus Valparaiso at 6 o'clock. We also have Southern Illinois at Loyola Chicago. That game starts at 6. And we also have Drake at Evansville. So interesting games going on today. Saturday, we have 5 games to be able to finish off the year. It's going to be Drake at Indiana State, Southern Illinois at Valparaiso, Missouri State at Loyola Chicago, Northern Iowa at Evansville. We also have Illinois State at Bradley. So, Mr. Bonn, Valpo either needs to win a game or have Drake lose a game out of these last 2 to be able to clinch the 6th spot at Hoops in the Heartland. If Valpo wants to finish in the 5th spot, they need to win both games and have Loyola lose 1 game out of the last 2. So there are several ways to be able to get things done. They really only need to have 1 out of 4 games go their way here to end this season in terms of their games and Drake's games. But Drake's playing 2 teams that are in the bottom 3 within the conference standings. So it's going to be a tall task for them to be able to avoid Thursday at the Valley this year.
Yeah, certainly. The Loyola game, as we said, was such a big game for that exact reason. But at the end of the day, Valpo still controls their own destiny, which is all you can ask for going into this last and very exciting weekend in the Valley.
We'll look into the other games now. SIU sits at the top of the conference. They're at 14-2. They play at Loyola tonight. They play at Valparaiso here in 2 days. So they are hoping to finish off what would be a sharp turnaround from last year. They are the 9 seed at Hoops in the Heartland last year, and they control their own destiny for the number 1 seed in the conference. They're being led by Mackenzie Silvey down in Carbondale. Missouri State, the number 2 team, they need to win both games this weekend and have Southern Illinois lose both games in order to have a shot at the number 1 seed. UNI is at 11-5, so they are most likely fighting for the 3 spot with Illinois State, who is also at 11-5 and in the 4 spot. Loyola needs to win 1 game to be able to clinch the 5 seed. Valpo needs to win 1 game in order to clinch the 6 seed, as Loyola's at 9-7, Valpo is at 8-8. Drake is at 7-9. They need to win out and have Valpo lose out in order to get up to the 6th spot. And then after that, Indiana State is at 5-11. They are locked into the 8th. Evansville is 2-14. And then Bradley is 1-16. Crazy to think that if these standings held, the 2 teams that played for the Valley Championship last year would face off against each other at Thursday in the first round this year. It's crazy to think what a year's difference can make.
It's absolutely wild. We say it all the time. The Valley runs deep. I mean, it's a conference with a lot of talent, top to bottom, but certainly is. I mean, 1 year's success does not guarantee the next. We've seen that this year.
So, once again, the games that we're looking out for today, it's SIU at Loyola Chicago, Missouri State at Valparaiso. We have UNI at Indiana State and Drake at Evansville. So, if you're a Valpo fan, you are rooting for Evansville tonight, and then you're rooting for Indiana State on Saturday. If you get one of those 2 games to go your way, you will be able to avoid Thursday at the Valley, which would be the team's first time doing that. They would have done it 2 years ago, but the tournament was canceled for obvious reasons. So Valpo hoping to get off that schneid. Last year, they controlled their own destiny going into the final weekend of Valley play before they lost both games at Drake, the last one in overtime fashion where they had an 8-point lead with 2 minutes left to go in that game. So Valpo is familiar with the spot, sitting at the 6th spot going into the final weekend. But the final weekend rarely has treated this team well. If they control their own destiny, they just need to win 1 out of these last 2 games. And Mason, it's against a team that has not been nice to Valpo since they joined the conference. Valpo is still looking for their first win against Missouri State. They're 0-9 against the Bears all time. And I tell you what, it's a team that is impressive. They were in the Sweet 16 last year. They got all the way up to 14th in the coaches poll last year. It's an impressive, well-coached team by Coach Mox, the former associate head coach at Michigan State. There are a lot of things going on at the Missouri State program which are working in their favor. But the one thing that may give Valpo a little bit of a reprieve from what they faced in the past is the absence of Jasmine Franklin. She tore her ACL back in December and has not played since. Obviously will not play for the rest of her Missouri State career. Tough to see the Valley Defensive Player of the Year from last season go out for the year with an injury, but it just puts a little bit more pressure on players like Maya Benar, Ifunanya Nwachukwu, and alongside that, Bryce Caleb, obviously, the defending Jackie Stiles Valley Player of the Year. It's a deep team, but no Jasmine Franklin makes the task a little bit taller for the Bears.
Yeah, it certainly does. I mean, it's really impressive what Missouri State has done this year, losing not just Jasmine, but also senior Abby Hipp to season-ending injuries in non-conference play. They've had players like Abby Jackson step up. Abby Jackson scoring in double digits in 14 of her 16 games and coming off a MVC Player of the Week effort, scoring 31 points at Evansville last weekend.
30, oh my goodness. It's a good thing you're the color guy tonight. I didn't even see something like that.
20 in the first half.
That's very impressive. Okay. Abby Jackson for Missouri State, the senior out of Little Rock, been contributing some significant minutes this year, 13 points per game so far. Alongside her, Lindsey Byers has had an impact this year. Bryce Caleb, obviously, the defending Valley Player of the Year. Jennifer Ise has been impressive, and Ifunanya Nwachukwu from Lagos, Nigeria, has also been an impact player for this team as well. Missouri State is deep. They're well coached. But the thing is that they're not extremely talented at shooting the basketball. They only shoot at 38%. Valpo shoots at 42%. With only 27% from beyond the arc, while Valpo is 33%. But the difference is Missouri State turns teams over a ton. They force teams to play out of their element, play sloppy basketball. And if Valpo wants to win this game today, they definitely have to play clean, and they can't get destroyed on the offensive glass as they have so many times this year.
Absolutely. Against a team that's held 21 out of 26 opponents under their scoring average and an average of 14 points of their scoring average, you know they're going to be stout, so we have to be careful with the ball. Cannot give them easy buckets, and cannot commit dumb turnovers. We have a lot of stuff still to talk about here in the Northwest Tough Women's Basketball pregame show here in the Valpo Sports Radio Network. We're going to take one more quick break, and when we come back, we'll go into some more keys to the game before we get to the national anthem and also tip-off between Valpo and Missouri State. So stay with us. Back in 3 minutes from Van Wagner. This is the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
When it comes to flavor, do you like to mix things up? Find a new match from time to time? For some people, there are too many flavors out there to stay loyal to just one. That's why Hungry Howie's created the Mix and Match menu. Any 2 items for only $5.99 each. So whether you're looking for a delicious time with pizza and a salad, or a sub and Howie bread, or a Pepsi 4-pack and a Howie cookie, we're not judging. In fact, we're encouraging, especially for just $5.99 each.
Hungry? Howie's!
Hey, you! Don't do it! Don't take that job when you can have a career.
I'd love a career, but where?
At First Source Bank, we offer a variety of fulfilling career opportunities, schedule flexibility, good pay and benefits, educational opportunities for personal growth, and a chance to work with amazing people just like yourself. Join us.
Learn more at firstsource.com/careers. That's the number one, stsource.com. An equal opportunity employer. Male, female, disabled, veteran.
This is such a blow to investors. Do it right now.
It takes courage to face up to things like volatile markets and Wall Street money traps. If you're unsure, worried, or losing sleep about your money, do something about it. Call Joe Murphy and the team at Murphy Wealth Management, proudly serving the Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana communities at 800-930-5905. Again, call 800-930-5905.
Preferred 4-1 over any other orthopedic practice in the region, Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute offers the specialized bone, joint, and muscle care needed to keep you in motion. Our world-class providers serve as the official team physicians for Valparaiso University, and we have proudly delivered specialized, experienced care throughout Northwest Indiana for more than 50 years. To learn more about Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute, visit lbji.com.
Arch Madness. It's all about the excitement, the fans,
the history,
the big moments.
Shoots at the horn. Good!
It's all about the madness.
To make it to the tournament.
And March, it begins here. It's the 2022 State Farm MVC Men's Basketball Tournament, March 3rd to March 6th, presented by Valley Sports Indiana. Visit archmadness.com for ticket information.
One meal everyone in your family can get on board with? It's Culver's. You may know us for our famous butter burgers, cooked to order for that great signature steak taste, but we're also known for our whole white meat chicken tenders and juicy chicken sandwiches, and our melty Wisconsin cheese curds, and our hand-battered North Atlantic cod.
At Culver's, we believe more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. Welcome to Delicious.
Live on WVOR 95.1 and streaming at WVORthesource.com, you're listening to the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
Just about ready for tip-off here between Valparaiso and Missouri State alongside Mason Bonn. I'm Garrett Willis. You're listening to Northwest Health Women's Basketball pregame show here on the Valpo Sports Radio Network. Mason, let's go into some keys of the game for Valpo here today. Coming off the loss to Loyola, they need to win one out of their last 2 games to be able to secure a bye at the conference tournament next week. And the players who have been stepping up consistently are just the usual suspects, Grace White, Shea Frederick. and alongside them, Carey, Wyman have been the three players to watch so far this season. But Valpo has played their best basketball so far this year when they've been able to get a fourth person involved within that scoring rotation. If you're Valpo, who would you be picking out as that fourth person to potentially contribute here today?
It certainly depends on the game, but I'm looking at Leah Ernest, a sophomore who's not afraid to attack the paint and has had a couple of double-digit scoring games this year. She's an aggressive and electric player and definitely can get going early.
I definitely think that Ernest is the type of player that would embrace the challenge here today. Valpo will have to play a physical game against Missouri State and really get down and dirty when trying to rebound for the ball and force some turnovers. And if there's one person who puts in 100% effort every single day, that definitely is Leah Ernest. It's crazy to think how we're still at this point of the season, we're seeing Grace White and Carey Wyman come off the bench. But Olivia Brown, another person who we definitely have to look out for in this game. The last game against Missouri State, she scored a career-high 21 points. And they'll definitely be seeing if she'll be able to knock down threes at the same clip she did in Springfield back in January. Valpo overall is really going to kind of come down to if they're able to shoot the ball well enough to win this game. If they don't make threes and they shoot the ball at the same clip they did against Loyola, they just won't get enough possessions to be able to win this ball game.
Yeah, certainly. It feels like it always comes down to the shooting for Valparaiso, doesn't it? But as you mentioned the seniors earlier, a couple of also Missouri Valley statistic leaders, as Shea Frederick leads the conference in assists per game and Grace White leads in steals per game. Something to watch in the last two regular season games this weekend.
They've definitely been staples within the Valley in those clips over the last couple of seasons. Alongside them, we've also been seeing Lauren Gunn get a little bit more playing time as of recent, mostly coming in for defensive purposes, and Maya Dunson has made her impact felt the last couple of games as well. She came off a career high against Indiana State a week and a half ago, scoring 13 points all in the second half. And Elise Pitts has been the backup point guard to Shea Frederick so far this season after she recovered from the ankle injury early on. So Valpo has really been playing consistent with White, Brown, Pitts, Frederick, Weinman, Van Kempen, Ernest, Gunn, Dunson, and Morrison. It's a 10-person rotation and probably closer to 8 players who are getting 20 or more minutes. So it's a team that really has started to sort out what they want to look like, and you feel as if we still haven't seen this team's best basketball this year.
Yeah, certainly. This is a team that took a long time to sort out its identity. Obviously, it was a very hard non-conference schedule, but it's been a very solid Valley team despite only scoring 64.1 points per game against an allowed 68.6. It's actually an interesting study in the Valley standings, as Valparaiso comes in at a net 234 team in the country, and below them, Drake is a net 83 team in the country. All the same, you got to win games at the end of the day.
I guess it just goes to show that games are a lot about matchups instead of metrics. It's about players, not numbers.
Absolutely.
So it's still weird to see how that holds true today within the Valley. If you're Valpo, you're definitely trying to limit the scoring of Abigail Jackson, Sydney Wilson, and Bryce Caleb. Being able to keep Bryce Caleb out of the lane is going to be one of the difficult tasks that Valpo has to face today. The defending Jackie Stiles MVC Player of the Year will definitely be trying to make her presence felt here today.
Yeah, certainly. I hesitate to say kind of a sophomore slump from the Missouri Valley Player of the Year last year, only averaging 11.4 this year, and that's on 29% from 3, but still, Defensive Player of the Year a year ago, she makes her impact felt across the court.
She's just like the common cold. She won't go away, now playing her 6th year of college basketball. And she's recorded stats in every one of those years. So one medical redshirt in there, and also the COVID year as well, has made it a long and enduring college basketball career for Bryce Caleb. And she is trying to go undefeated at the arc in her time at Missouri State. We'll see if Valpo has something to say about that. We're going to take a break from the national anthem. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups for both teams, a couple more keys to the game, and also tip-off here between Valparaiso and Missouri State. Valpo needs one win here out of these last two, as we're at the penultimate game of the regular season and the home slate for Valpo here in this season. So stay with us. We'll be back in 2 minutes from Van Wagner. This is the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
There's no need to fear. The First Source Bank mobile app is here. As fast as a mobile deposit. Built to pay bills instantaneously. Powered to balance budgets. And with a simple tap, a call is placed for that personal touch. All this power is disguised as a mild-mannered app on your phone, ready to fight for your financial freedom.
You You work hard for your money. We know you do. With that same work ethic, Allegiance Credit Union has been serving the very same hard-working Northwest Indiana community residents for over 50 years. There is no better place to go for your financial needs, such as new and used vehicle loans, personal loans, Visa credit cards, and home equity loans. We are here to help you get that loan you deserve. Make it easy by simply applying for your loan online at allegius.org or stop into the Allegius office nearest you. Not only can Allegius offer affordable payments, but also extra benefits, such as a fast application process and no payments for 90 days. Come to a place where we take care of hardworking community people like you. Visit allegius.org for more information today. That is allegius.org. Contact Allegius for more information on the 90-day no payment option. Membership required for loan disbursement.
Whether it's buzzer beaters,
puts one up at the buzzer and we go to overtime.
Big celebrations, or an electric atmosphere, we've got it all in the Valley. We've got some of the best. We mean the best.
Women's basketball in the nation.
And the postseason starts here
at Hoops in the Heartland. We'll see you in the Quad Cities.
March 10th through 13th, presented by Grinnell Mutual Insurance. Visit MVCQuadCities.com for ticket information.
Live on WVOR 95.1 and streaming at WVORTheSource.com, you're listening to the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
Just about ready for the start of play between Valparaiso and Missouri State. That's Mason and Bonn. I'm Garrett Willis, and you're listening to another presentation of Valparaiso women's basketball here on the Valpo Sports Radio Network. Mason will go into the starting lineups now. We'll start with Missouri State. They're starting the guard tandem of Bryce Kalett, Mariah White, and Sydney Wilson and Maya Benar. And the only forward for Missouri State is Abigail Jackson. Missouri State averages 66.4 points per game. They shoot at 38% from the field, 27% from three, and 73.5% from the foul line. Their rebound margin is over 13, above what Valpo has right now. So they're definitely going to try to attack the offensive glass to be able to get into Valpo today.
Yeah, certainly. 15.4 offensive boards a game is wildly impressive.
Valpo will be starting the same starting tandem they've had for basically all of the conference slate. It's Olivia Brown, Shea Frederick, Leah Ernest, Kara Van Tempen, and Caitlin Morrison. Some streaky shooters on this Valpo team here today. Two that are seen as very streaky are Kara Van Kempen and Caitlin Morrison. We saw Van Kempen have a quick 8 in the last game against Loyola. We saw Morrison have a couple of games this season where she rattles off 20-plus. Against Drake, she made 7 3-pointers, but since then it's kind of been quiet for the senior. You're definitely hoping that one of those two can find the stroke today.
Certainly. You also mentioned two impact players coming off the bench in Grace White and Olivia Brown. Or, sorry, not Olivia Brown. That would be Carrie Weinman, so it will be nice to see them come off the bench and make an impact.
Missouri State coached by Amaka Agagua Hamilton, her third season at Michigan State, the former associate coach at Michigan State. Graduated from Hofstra University in 2005, 71-12 in 2 seasons at Missouri State as the former assistant at Old Dominion, Indiana, and VCU. Their team advanced to the Sweet 16 last year, where after they took down a couple of good opponents in UC Davis in the first round and Wright State in the second round, they earned a 5 seed in the NCAA tournament last year. A team from the Valley with a top 20 overall seed within the conference tournament. They reached all the way to 14th in the coaches poll last year, 20th in the AP poll. It's the 10th time these two teams have faced off within program history. Missouri State has won all of the previous 9. The closest game came last year, a 74-73 win for Missouri State that we probably don't want to discuss much further, Mason. It was definitely the most stinging defeat Valpo suffered last year.
Yeah, that one hurt, obviously. Incredible way to come out of the second half. A great third quarter, and then taken away by an unfortunate call very, very late in the game, but certainly some motivation for these Valpo girls tonight.
I'm guessing that it will loom heavy within the Valpo fans and players here today. They don't want this game to end within a similar fashion. It'll be Valpo from left to right and Missouri State from right to left. Once again, Valpo starting lineup. Brown, Frederick, Ernest, Van Kempen, and Morrison. Missouri State starting Caleb, White, Wilson, Bernard, and Jackson. Missouri State in their road dark maroon uniforms with white lettering and trim, and Valpo in their home whites with brown lettering and gold trim. Mason, any final thoughts before we get started?
Ready to rock. Let's get some revenge.
Should be a fun game here at the Arc. Valpo once again trying to clinch a top 6 seed. They'll get at least 2 chances to do it underneath their own power. They're also rooting for Indiana State and Evansville this weekend as well. Center circle will see Leah Ernest against Abigail Jackson for the opening tip. As the officials at the center circle, ball is up in the air and tip is won by Missouri State. Bears will start with a ball with Caleb across the timeline at the top of the key. We're underway here at the Arc. It's White between the circles. Throws it to the right wing. That's for Bernard. Dribbles to the top of the key. Throws near side for White again. Drives to the elbow. Shot from 15 is short. Morrison the board for Valpo. She hands off to Frederick, who will walk it across the court for the brown and gold. It's Frederick to the near wing. Stands the interior and is met by Bernard. Throws to the top of the key for Olivia Brown. Fakes a shot and drives to the elbow. Looks at the far corner. Now up top for Van Kempen. Near side, Frederick stands on the wing. Fights off Bernard in the corner. It's 9 seconds to shoot. Backs her down in the post. Drives inside, goes up, and the layup was strong. And the board is down for Maya Bernard and the Bears.
Good look there, though. Good to see an early look to the basket.
Bernard, top of the key, lobs inside for Jackson. Goes up and finishes with 2 hands at the rim. First points of the game go to Missouri State. It's 2-0. 9 minutes to go here in this first quarter of play as Frederick fights to in front of Coach Mox and the Missouri State bench. She has it on the Valpo logo at center court, scans the interior, throws near side for Brown, fakes a shot, fakes again, looks left, throws inside, a pass tipped away, goes out of bounds. As they're saying it stays with Valpo on the right baseline. 8:42 to go here in this first quarter. Valpo ball on the right baseline. Van Kempen to inbound. 11 seconds left to shoot. Throw cross court. Frederick on the left wing. Head fakes a 3. Now 8 seconds to shoot. Between the circles, Ernest. 5 seconds now. Almost lost the dribble. Back to the basket. Throws near side. Morrison between the circles. Steps around. Floats it up. And the buzzer didn't go in. And the board down for Abby Jackson and the Bears. Bernard sprints the other way to the top of the key. Kicks far side for Caleb. One dribble. Back near side Bernard. Left open for a 3. And hits it.
Bernard, a season 20% three-point shooter, but a good look there.
5-0, Valpo goes the other way. As Frederick has it across the timeline. Fights to the lane, throws far side. Morrison, left wing 3, is good.
Good look there, good pass from Frederick.
5-3, as Valpo plays defense down by 2. White between the circles, gives off to Wilson, kicks near side. That's for Bernard again. Goes between the circles, throws just inside the arc. A long jumper for Abby Jackson is no good. Van Kempen the board for Valpo. She gives off to Frederick, runs in transition for the Beacons. Between the circles, Ernest, step fake. Back to Frederick on the near side. 19 seconds to shoot.
Lee Ernest is one of the most aggressive pump fakes I think I've ever seen.
Another 3 for Morrison. That one's left short. Bernard the board down for Missouri State. She goes the other way in transition for the Bears to the top of the keys, met by Frederick. Drives down the lane. A wild shot is floated up. And it goes out of bounds and will stay with Missouri State. Almost thought the official was going to be calling a foul, but Shea Frederick defended it well.
Yeah, good block there from an undersized Frederick.
A very rare block by Frederick. We don't even have her down for blocks on our stat sheet. That's how she has less than 2 so far this year. Mariah White to inbound for Missouri State. Looks inside, throws that way down for Bernard, splits a double team. Lots of contact, no foul called. Valpo has the rebound with Olivia Brown.
Letting them play early here.
Brown across the timeline, sprints in transition, fights to the elbow, kicks near side, Morrison, head fake. Back to Brown at the foul line, down the lane, 3 steps, goes off the glass and finishes with the left hand.
Good committed drive there.
5-5, Valpo ties it up with 7 minutes left to go here in this first quarter of play. Bernard in the Valpo logo at center court. Throws to the high post for White. Drives down the lane, scoops it up. Strong at the rim. Board down for Morrison.
A lot of contact down low early. The ref's certainly letting him play early in this one.
Frederick up the floor for the Beacons. Has it at the top of the key. Scans inside. Drives that way. Goes up. Banks it up. And in with the right hand. And Valpo has the lead on a 7-0 run.
Flew past Abby Jackson on a hesitation there.
Bernard the other way. Missouri State with their first deficit of the day by 2 points. 6:30 to go here in this first quarter. Bernard Hand off to Caleb on the far wings, met by Frederick between the circles. Scans right, now left, throws to White on the left corner. Dribbles back between the circles. Throws far side. Bernard directs traffic on the interior. 10 seconds left to shoot. Rolls off a Jackson screen. Kicks near side. Bernard lost the pass. Taken away by Brown. A one-on-one the other way. Sprints down the lane. Takes 2 steps. Draws contact. Goes up and finishes with the foul. Olivia Brown with the and one. And Valpo is up 9-5.
Excellent work leaning into the defender and getting off a quality look there. Quick 9-0 run for Valpo here. How about that?
Quick 9-0 run for Valpo. And now they get Grace White and Carrie Wyman to come in the game. A good start for the Beacons as Olivia Brown will go to the line for one shot. 70% on the year, 6:07 left to go here in this first quarter of play. Brown, the St. Bonaventure transfer, knocks it down. 10-5, Valpo on top by 5 on the 10-0 run.
Olivia Brown with a quick 5 points in this one.
Bernard between the circles for the Bears. Scans left, throws that away for Caleb, met by Wyman, drives down the lane, splits a double team, and is able to spin it in with the right hand. Excellent dribble drive ability by Bryce Caleb, and it's 10-7 as Frederick fights up the floor for the Beacons. Goes her way down the lane, needs help against a double team, kicks near side for White, fakes a pass, now dribbles between the circles. 18 to shoot, picked up her dribble, looks inside, throws near side for Frederick. Met by Bernard in the corner, dribbles off her. Up top for Brown, fakes a 3, looks left, goes up top for Van Kempen. Kicks near side Frederick, 6 to shoot. Fights against Bernard, down the lane, fouled on her drive. First foul call on this game. First against Maya Bernard, first for Missouri State. As Elise Pitts is set to check in for Valpo.
Really love the number of aggressive drives we've seen into the paint. Obviously, we talked a number about how stout this Missouri State defense is, but they're making them work early.
Van Kempen inbound the right baseline, 20 to shoot, 5:25 to go in the quarter. Throw into Pitts on the far wing. Goes to Wyman. Fights down the lane. Stop. Spin. Needs help. Had it poked away. Pitts gets it on the elbow. Kicks it back out. Near side, Wyman, 10 to shoot. Scans left. A triple screen away from the ball. Far side. Pass is picked up. That one by Sydney Wilson. 1-on-2 the other way. Goes inside the lane. No good on the second chance. Fight for the board down low. It's taken down by Bernard. A pass inside and a layup's up and good for Jackson. The officials missed a travel there on the drive to the lane.
Impressive move by Abby Jackson behind the basket and got up.
Other way, they called a travel against Grace White on the exact same thing.
Bit of a makeup call there. Not great.
I don't know if you call that a makeup call, as Valpo got the short end of both calls. But nonetheless, it's 4:52 left to go here in this first quarter of play, and Valpo's up 10-9. A good start offensively. We'll be back in 90 seconds from Van Wagner. This is the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
It's that time of year. You can have leftovers. Again. Or you can close that fridge and open up the McDonald's app for something special, like your favorite crispy chicken sandwich. Now when you buy any crispy chicken sandwich on the McDonald's app, get another one for free, like the spicy crispy chicken sandwich. It's a deal so good, there won't be any leftovers. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer available through December 12th at participating McDonald's. Valid once a day. McD app download and registration required.
When it comes to keeping your family healthy, annual wellness visits with a healthcare provider are key. Routine exams and screenings can identify potential health issues early when they are most treatable. And Northwest Medical Group has implemented strict safety standards so that you can come to us confidently, knowing we are providing a safe place with quality care. We are committed to helping you stay well, and we offer both telehealth and in-person visits. Schedule an appointment today at mycarenorthwesthealth.com.
When it comes to flavor, do you like to mix things up? Find a new match from time to time? For some people, there are too many flavors out there to stay loyal to just one. That's why Hungry Howie's created the Mix and Match menu. Any 2 items for only $5.99 each. So whether you're looking for a delicious time with pizza and a salad, or a sub and Howie bread, or a Pepsi 4-pack and a Howie cookie, we're not judging. In fact, we're encouraging, especially for just $5.99 each.
Hungry?
Howie's! Live on WVUR 95.1 and streaming at WVURTheSource.com, you're listening to the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
layer with real Wisconsin cheese, crisp lettuce, ripe tomatoes, pickles, sweet red onion, and our signature mayo. It's topped with a lightly buttered toasted bun. It's our butter burger at its best. Welcome to Delicious. 10-9, Valpo on top by 1 with 4:52 left to go here in this first quarter. Mason, it's been a good offensive start for Valpo, and I think that Olivia Brown likes playing against Missouri State. 5 points quickly after scoring a career high in her first game against the Bears.
She certainly must. I mean, a season 7-point average, 7 points per game average, and a quick 5 in this one.
It would be Missouri State ball out of the timeout, as they call the turnover against Grace White. Kind of hilarious that the same thing happened on both ends of the floor, and the travel was not called against Missouri State, as Valpo sends out the same 5 they had going into the timeout. We see Paige Roca make her first appearance for Missouri State. I don't think any relation to Constantino Roca, though, Mason.
Unlikely, but can't say for sure.
So it'll be the Bears with the ball out of the timeout with Caleb on the near side. Fights against Van Kempen to the top of the key, throws near side for Roca. Shimmies, throws back cross court. That caught by Caleb. On the near side, in the corner, Benar throws inside the post for Jackson. A foul called on the floor. And Mary Evans wanted the 3-second call, but did not get it.
Abby Jackson to force in both ends of the ball. Only her second year playing for Mo State and already 6th in all-time block shots.
That foul is on Olivia Brown. It's her first, team's first. And Caleb to inbound the left baseline. Goes into Benar in the corner, throws up top. Pass was tipped by White. It goes out of bounds, and they'll say it was last touched by Paige Roca. So a turnover by Missouri State gives it back to Valpo.
A couple of steals early for Valpo, generating good defense.
10-9, Valpo on top by 1. 4:20 left to go here in this first quarter. Up top, White fakes a 3, fights to the elbow, down the lane, looks back out. Pitts, left wing. She faked a 3, and unfortunately shuffled a pivot foot. It's a turnover.
Couple of sloppy turnovers after none early in this one. Definitely been a game of runs. Missouri State quick 5-0 lead, then 10 unanswered from Valpo, and now a 4-0 run from Missouri State.
Valpo trying to maybe get away from shooting as many threes as they did against Loyola. They went 8 for 31 from beyond the arc, as they've only taken 2 so far in this game. Caleb to the top of the key, shoves off Pitts, looks down the lane, fights that way, goes inside, fouled on the shot, and she'll go to the line for 2. 4:06 to go here in this first quarter, and the last time Bryce Caleb took foul shots here at the arc, they were 3 to win the game with no time left on the clock.
Bryce Caleb, a 78% free throw shooter this year, second on the team.
The Sapulpa, Oklahoma native, majoring in sport management, knocks down the first, has 3 points so far today. Was the Jackie Stiles Player of the Year in the Valley last year, 2 times on the MVC first team, 2 times on the all-defensive team. It makes both of the line. Missouri State reclaims the 11-10 lead. Valpo has made their last 3 shots, but they've turned it over 3 times in the last 2 minutes. Pitts on the left wing. Brown fakes a 3, drives baseline, stop, spin, a look back out, and needs help. Caught inside the post, lobs it up for Pitts, down the lane, floats it up and swatted away by Abby Jackson. Missouri State the rebound. They're up by 1. They run in transition. On the far wing, Mariah White. Between the circles, picked up her dribble, throws far side for Caleb on the wing. Fights down the lane, pulls up from 12. In and out, no good. Hits the board for Valpo. She runs the other way for the Beacons. Throws near side for Brown. Fakes a shot on the wing, drives in, kicks back up top for Pitts, now on the far wing. 20 to shoot. Van Kempen at the top of the circle. Looks inside the post. Throws it away for Wyman. Double team, kick back out. White, a left wing 3, is off right. 4 down for Abby Jackson and the Bears. And Missouri State runs the other way with a 1-point lead. Between the circles, Caleb throws far side. Jackson, floater from 8, no good. 4 down. That one for Weinman. Valpo denied on transition on 2-on-4 as Weinman hands off to Pitts on the near side. Lob up top. That's for Van Kempen. Back to Pitts on the near side. Fights down the lane. Drives into the defender. No foul called. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Valpo with 15 seconds left to shoot. As we get some subs coming in, Morrison and Frederick in for Valpo, and we also see Wachukwu come in for Missouri State.
I think you're right. Valpo seems a lot more hesitant to take those threes when it's mildly covered, a lot more comfortable pump faking and trying to look for a closer end shot at the basket.
Lauren Gunn comes in for Valpo as well. White to inbound, throws into Wyman. Lost it momentarily, throws between the circles for Frederick. Has it on the near wing. Valpo runs a set away from the ball, 7 to shoot. Far side, Morrison fakes a shot, goes to White. Top of the key, 3 seconds. Steps back, goes far side. Wyman 3, swatted away at the buzzer. Shot clock violation.
Grace White put Olivia Brown in a tough spot there, giving her the ball with about a second left in the shot clock and well outside the 3-point arc.
Valpo had all their points come on a 10-0 spurt after being down 5. And that's all they've had so far. They're down 11-10 still, 2.5 to go here in this first quarter. Far wing is Sydney Wilson. Throws near side for Bernard, drives to the elbow against White. Looks back out, far side. White had it tipped away, and it goes out of bounds over to Valpo.
Good active hands from Carrie Weinman there.
It's been sloppy basketball between these two teams. 7 turnovers combined here within the first 7.5 minutes of play. As Frederick gets the inbound for Valpo. Fights up the court against Bernard across the timeline, and Valpo sets up the offense. Frederick at the top of the key, scans left, throws that away for White on the wing. Head fakes a shot, drives down the lane, stop. Had lost the ball, picked up by Caleb. Another turnover by Valpo, their 5th of the game. Caleb down the lane, stop, spin, and they call a foul on the shot.
Caleb got wrapped around going up, and pretty easy foul call there.
Lots of traffic there in the interior. Was a tough one to see from our angle. As Paige Roca checks back in for Missouri State. Caleb goes back to the line where she's 2 for 2 so far today. And Valpo has gone without a point here in the last 4 minutes and change.
Not only that, but 5 turnovers in the last 4:08.
Usually does not equate to winning basketballs. The first one is good for Caleb.
Certainly doesn't help.
As you said, Mason, 78% on the year, is 3 for 3 so far in this game. You make it 4 for 4. 13-10 in a quiet arc so far here in this first quarter. As Frederick looks to provide a kickstart to the Valpo offense. Has it on the near wing. Scans left. Throws that away for Wyman. Looks down the lane. Fights inside on a Chukwu and a foul called on the drive.
Good move there. After playing in the Sweet 16 last year, you have to wonder if the power of the arc is a bit limited for the Missouri State Bears this year.
Foul call in Efenaiwa Chukwu. It's her first, team second. As the inbound goes to Frederick with 100 seconds left to go here in this first quarter. On the Valpo logo at center court. Looks to the near side. Picked up her dribble. Lobs up top for Wyman. He's not scored so far in the game. Puts down a dribble with the left hand to the far wing. Drills between 2 hands. Looks at the post. Nothing available. Throws down low. Frederick got it. Pump fake. No good on the shot, but a foul call. Yeah, I mean, I thought there wasn't any contact there, but she hit the side of the backboard from point blank, so most likely some contact.
It does make you wonder. Shea Frederick, not usually the option, open in the post with a couple seconds left in the shot clock, but wriggled her way open.
Foul called in Paige Roca, her first, team's third, and Frederick's at the line for 2, where she knocks down the first.
An 84% free throw shooter, the exact person you want at the line.
It was not always that way this season, Mason. She was at about 60% through the first 10 games. It was up to all the way to 84%, and both are perfect. 13-12. 1:25 to go here in this first frame as Bernard walks it up the floor for the Bears.
No field goals for either team in the last 3.5.
Caleb met by Morrison. Drives down the lane. Outlets back out up top for Wilson. Far side, Roca shoots a 3. It's off right. 5 to the board down low. It's tipped by Chukwu and controlled by Bernard. Roca, low post, kicks back out Caleb. Fights to the foul line on Wyman. Steps back beyond the arc. 10 seconds left to go. 1 minute left in the quarter. Caleb pulls off a screen. On the elbow. Pulls up from 15. It's off right. Board tip down around inside. Fight for. Bernard controls. Another chance now for Missouri State.
We talked about Missouri State's dominance on the offensive board and showing on this possession.
Bernard between the circles. Far side for Roca. Met by Frederick. Scans right. Throws up top for Wilson. Cross court in the corner. Caleb. A fadeaway 3 is in.
Bryce Caleb, a 29% free throw shooter. 3-point shooter. Great look there late in the shot clock.
Shot clock turned off as Frederick hands off to Ernest, who throws back to Frederick to inbound it. 16-12 as Valpo has the option for the last shot here. Valpo's been quiet on offense, has not made a field goal in the last half of this quarter. 10 seconds left to go. Valpo starts the play. Frederick drives to the elbow, back to the basket, spins, fights on the lane, scoops it up. Layup was strong. Board down by Wilson. Heaves it up from three-quarter court, but it's no good. Well, 4-point deficit through 1 quarter. It's 16-12 as the Valpo offense goes silent over the last 6 minutes. We'll take a 90-second break from Van Wagner. This is the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
There
are sports bars everywhere these days, but there's only one place for award-winning jumbo wings, bigger beers, and better food and drink values all week long. Wings Etc. Grill and Pub. We're so much more than wings. Enjoy wraps, salads, subs, seafoods, quesadillas, amazing appetizers, and awesome daily lunch food and drink specials. And now, when you can't eat here, order online for pickup at togo.wingsetc.com. It's fast, easy, and convenient. Wings Etc. Grill and Pub at 501 North Silhavy in Valparaiso and online at wingsetc.com.
TicketSmarter is glad we are back to holding live events. If you are looking to buy tickets to the best sports, concerts, and theater events, all at the very best price, look no further than TicketSmarter.com or on the app. Buying tickets at TicketSmarter will help support children in need. For every ticket transaction on TicketSmarter, $1 will be donated to a children's charity. TicketSmarter is proud to be the official ticketing partner of bowl season. TicketSmarter, a smarter way to buy tickets.
Heinold & Feller Tire and Lawn Equipment strive to exemplify the true meaning of the words trust, courtesy, and honesty. In fact, many of our customers say we've done a pretty good job of it. Since 1958, we've been providing auto repair and full-service tire sales to Porter County, Indiana. Come visit us at our Valparaiso or La Crosse locations, or check us out at heinold-feller.com. We look forward to many more years of providing you excellent service, because at our Heinold & Feller, your family matters to ours.
Live on WVOR 95.1 and streaming at WVORthesource.com, you're listening to the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
Hey, Valpo sports fans, Wings Etc. Grill and Pub, located at 501 North Silhavy in East Chicago Street, has lunch specials featuring wings, burgers, wraps, rib tips, and more at amazing lunch prices. Weekdays from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Stop by and visit them today. Can't dine in? Order online at togo.wingsetc.com. Wings Etc. Grill and Pub, Valparaiso. That's Mason Bonn. I'm Garrett Willis. You're listening live to another presentation of Valparaiso women's basketball here on the Valpo Sports Radio Network. Mason, Valpo got off to a good start on a 10-0 run after Missouri State scored the first 5 points, but their offense went cold over the last 6 minutes of the quarter. They're just trying to find any way to be able to manufacture some good looks.
Yeah, certainly. Valpo, after getting some really good looks early, certainly seemed like they were getting stuck late in the shot clock as the quarter progressed, and we need to come out with a little bit more urgency early in the shot clock.
16-12 through 1 quarter of play. Valpo led by Olivia Brown, 5 points off 2 for 2 shooting. Frederick has 4 off 1 for 3 shooting, and Morrison has 3 from 1 for 3 shooting. Valpo 1 for 4 in the first quarter from beyond the arc. A little bit of a shift from shooting 31 three-pointers in their last game.
Yeah, now you'd expect from a Mary Evans coach team.
So it's Gunn, Frederick, Ernest, Weinman, and Morrison for Valpo out of the timeout. As look at the ball to start the second quarter of play, going from left to right on your dial. Ernest to Frederick to start the second quarter of play. Has it across the timeline to the top of the key, is met by Bernard. Looks inside the arc, throws that away for Ernest. Takes a shot, drives to the elbow, kicks back out for Gunn. To the foul line, drives down low, goes up, and puts it in with the right hand.
Great look there, beat her with speed.
Lauren Gunn with her first 2 points of the game at 16-14. We've seen a little bit of a resurgence in her production over the last month. A throw to the post for Caleb. Kicks near side Roca. By herself for a corner 3. It's off wildly right. Wyman grabs the running rebound. A 1-on-2 the other way. Lost it inside the lane. Dive for it down low, and Bernard has it. It's another turnover. Didn't even get a shot off in the transition set.
Roca, a 24% three-point shooter, so not her strength of her game.
Caleb on the far wing, met by Frederick. 9:13 to go here in the second quarter. Roca throws down low, had a pass tip. 5-4 down low, and it's taken away by Caitlin Morrison. Frederick up the floor for the Beacons. In a 2-point game, has it on the foul line, and outlets back out to the top of the circle. Scans left, throws that away for Ernest, just outside the arc. Steps in, fakes a shot. Goes up top for Gunn. Turns the shoulders, throws up top. Frederick, a 3 is good. They get 7 points for the senior, and Valpo reclaims the lead at 17-16.
No hesitation there. Great look. Top of the key.
Bernard back at the center circle for Missouri State, has it now on the far wing. Missouri State faces their second deficit of the day at 1 point. A pass is tipped by Abby Jackson down low, and it goes out of bounds. Valpo gets the ball back off the turnover. Olivia Brown goes in, and Carrie Wyman goes out.
Quickly, 12 turnovers in this game. Early in the second quarter, it's been very sloppy.
Neither team playing the best basketball as Grace White takes out Leah Ernest, who's been playing hard, as always.
As always.
Brown into Frederick. Beacons play offense with the 1-point advantage. Frederick walks it up the floor, looking to knock off the number 2 seed in the Valley. Has it between the circles, gives off to Gunn. Scans down low, throws near side Frederick, fakes a shot, puts her back to the basket. Cross-court pass is too wide for Brown. It goes out of bounds. Make that 17 turnovers for Valpo in the first 12 minutes.
Not a lot of points off of turnovers, though. For 13 turnovers, 14 points off of turnovers combined.
Most of them are dead ball turnovers, so that's why Missouri State's not really able to run much. Bernard between the circles. There's high post for Caleb. Scans down low, caught by Jackson. Her shot blocked away by White inside. Fight for the ball down low. It was corralled by Brown, but she fell down on the baseline. Good defensive effort by White and Brown. We'll call them the colored players as they match up against another Mariah White on the other side.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That took a second.
Did take me a second. I was looking around.
An inbound hit the back of the backboard. It was caught by Jackson down low, and she couldn't finish. The ball went out of bounds, and Valpo gets it back.
Jackson just 2 for 6 field goals early, all coming within a couple feet of the basket.
Missouri State set the sub again as we see Jennifer Ize come into the game for the Bears. He takes out Abigail Jackson. Missouri State has rotated only 3 subs in. Valpo has rotated 4 in so far. 7:56 to go here in the second quarter. Valpo plays offense up by 1. Frederick up the court for the brown and gold. As it cross the timeline, now at the top of the key, scans left. Throws that way for White just outside the arc. Scans down low, throws that way for Gunn. Backs down a defender, stop, spin inside the lane, look back out. Morrison in the corner now for Frederick. 2 dribbles down, fights off Roca, hands off the Gunn. Up top, White. Around the horn, Morrison. Fakes a pass, throws back near side for White. In the corner, drives baseline, stop, spin again, goes up, had it blocked away. Fight for it again, a late foul called on the floor. Ooh, that was really close to being after the buzzer, but Valpo gets bailed out.
Definitely got bailed out there, but we'll take it.
So Valpo will get the shot clock reset to 20 as that foul is on Sydney Wilson. It's her second and the team's first of the second quarter. Set to see Isabel Delarue come into the game. It's a fun last name to say.
It's a great last name. Hope she does something cool.
Sydney Wilson checks out with her 2 fouls. White to inbound for Valpo. Has it at the top of the key. Throws up top. Caught above the head by Frederick. Met by Caleb on the near wing. Drives in. Kicks up top for Gunn. White, shot fake, drive down the lane, scoops it up. It was strong. Caleb at the board for Missouri State. She drives the other way to the top of the key. Scans right, outlets, goes far side for Bernard. Fights against Gunn, one of the defensive specialists for this team. One of the Valpo logo, throws near side for Caleb again. Then by Frederick, 15 seconds left to shoot. A shot from 15 is in. Then all Bryce Caleb in this game has 11. Missouri State's 18 points, and Valpo goes the other way down by 1.
Bryce Caleb reaches her season points per game average of 6:50 left in the second quarter.
Frederick at the top of the key, throws far side for Gunn, caught on the wing. Fights down the lane, splits 2 defenders, goes up with the ball at her hip and couldn't finish. And the board down for Jennifer Ize and the Bears. The other way in transition, Bernard fights to the lane, kicks near side. A long jumper is too strong from Delarue, and a board tipped back out. Delarue has it between the circles for the Bears, and hands off near side for Maya Bernard. Whistle, as I think that something's up physically with Jennifer Ize, and she's forced to come out of the game. I'm not sure what that is. Most likely lost contact or is bleeding somewhere.
Takes a seat on the bench, though.
Maya Dunson checks in for Valpo, and the sub to come into the game for Missouri State was Abigail Jackson. Bears with the ball. It's 18-17, 6:20 to go here in the second quarter. Delarue, top of the key, puts down a dribble, throws near side for Caleb. Scans the post, nothing there. Drives between the circles, 2 seconds left to shoot against the double team. Fades away, and a shot won't roll in. Morrison has the boards, harassing the low post, and tries to get it out for Frederick, but it was stolen away. Jackson, far side, Bernard, a 3 is strong, no box out, and down low, Roca spins inside, lost the ball, and Dunson finally has it for Valpo.
Lucky to not get a score on that possession. That was sloppy.
Frederick on the far wing, fights down the lane against Bernard, goes up top for Dunson, spots up for a 3. That's off the backboard, it's no good. Board down for Caleb, and now Missouri State goes the other way. Valpo hasn't scored in the last 3 minutes. Caleb, top of the key. 5:30 to go here in this first half. Far side Bernard, met by Brown. It's been a physical, sloppy game between both teams. Bernard, the near side, throws up top for Delarue. The far wing, Caleb, against Frederick. Now switch to Brown. 5 seconds to shoot. A step back three is left short. White the board for Valpo. Barry Evans tells her team to slow it up. They play offense down 18-17. Only 7 points combined here in the second quarter so far. Two teams that like to slug it out are doing it right now. Frederick on the near side. Homer drew signature. Throws up top for White. Puts down a dribble. Lots of space. Shoots a three. That's air ball short. Frederick tried to get it out of bounds, but is unsuccessful. As you see Mariah White check back in the game, and that'll take us to the media timeout here in the second quarter. Neither team really able to create any sort of momentum, as the teams combined are 12 for 40 to start this game. 4:50 left to go in the second quarter. We'll take a 90-second timeout. From Van Wagner, this is the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
Hey, you! Don't do it! Don't take that job when you can have a career.
I'd love a career, but where?
At First Source Bank, we offer a variety of fulfilling career opportunities, schedule flexibility, good pay and benefits, educational opportunities for personal growth, and a chance to work with amazing people just like yourself. Join us.
Learn more at firstsource.com/careers. That's the number one stsource.com. An equal opportunity employer. Male, female, disabled, veteran.
This is such a blight to do it right
It takes courage to face up to things like volatile markets and Wall Street money traps. If you're unsure, worried, or losing sleep about your money, do something about it. Call Joe Murphy and the team at Murphy Wealth Management, proudly serving the Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana communities at 800-930-5905. Again, call 800-930-5905.
Preferred 4-1 over any other orthopedic practice in the region, Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute offers the specialized bone, joint, and muscle care needed to keep you in motion. Our world-class providers serve as the official team physicians for Valparaiso University, and we have proudly delivered specialized, experienced care throughout Northwest Indiana for more than 50 years. To learn more about Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute, visit lbji.com.
Live on WVUR 95.1 and streaming at WVURTheSource.com, you're listening to the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
No matter the job at hand, Custonia Tractor has a John Deere equipment with the power to take it on, whether you're mowing a lawn, hauling material, or baling hay. Custonia Tractor has the mowers, tractors, and implements you need. Find a location near you at castrac.com. That's castrac.com. Mason, you ever play the game Rock'em Sock'em before?
I certainly have, Garrett.
Well, I think that's kind of how this game has gone so far. Both teams really just taking body and head shots up to this point, and we've not seen either team burst, but it's really just been a defensive slugfest. Both teams up to this point have only made 6 field goals apiece in what is an 18-17 ball game.
Yeah, it's certainly been. We expected Missouri State to come out stout defensively, and they've shut us down for long stretches, but have just been unable to capitalize with anything. And same on our side.
Really, nobody's been able to separate from Missouri State. It's been all Bryce Caleb. 11 points off 3 for 7 shooting. Is 4 for 4 from the foul line. Valpo with Frederick with 7 and Brown with 5. Trying to be able to get a couple more people involved on the offensive side. You see who takes the court for Valpo out of the timeout. It is Brown, Van Kempen, Frederick, Dunson, and White. And it'll be Valpo ball, I believe, out of the timeout. No, excuse me, it's going to be Missouri State ball out of the timeout. They go from right to left. 4:50 to go here in the second quarter. Beacons play defense down by 1. Delarue goes into Caleb, and she'll walk it up the floor for the Bears. Has the top of the key. Now on the far wing. Throws the top of the key for Delarue. Left open. She'll shoot it. It's strong. Board tipped down low, and it goes out of bounds. It should have gone over to Valpo. What they're saying is going to stay with the Bears on the near side.
Yeah, we had an excellent angle on that one, but unfortunately I don't think they'll listen to us.
Caleb gets the inbound between the circles. 4:30 to go here in the second quarter. Looks left, throws that way for Roca. Lob inside the lane is picked off by White, and she was fouled by Abigail Jackson.
Saw that one coming from a mile away. She came flying into the lane to intercept that pass.
Her first foul, team's second. Only 6 fouls called so far in this game. Valpo's only had 1 against them. Brown the inbound for Valpo. Lobs it into Frederick, who will fight up the floor against Mariah White. Has it across the timeline with 4:20 left to go here in the quarter. Frederick between the circles. Scans right, throws that away for Brown on the wing. Fakes a three. Fights against Caleb in the post. Kicks back out. White, left wing three is strong. Board down low. Dunson has it. Fights against a double team inside the lane. Puts down a dribble and able to outlet back out. Frederick, top of the key. She's shooting three of her own. That's in and out. Toilet bowled around. And the board down for Missouri State. Frederick picks off a pass, though, in transition. Has in the far corner. Fights down low. Kicks back out. White on the left wing. Fakes a shot. Goes up top for Olivia Brown. Back to Dunson on the near side. Lobs inside. White catches in the post. Blocked away down low on the board. Grabbed by Abby Jackson. Now Missouri State runs the other way. Caleb on the far side. White drives down the baseline. Kicks near side. Delarue by herself for a three. It's off right. A good box out by Brown. She has the board for Valpo. 3-on-3 the other way. At the top of the key. Fights down the lane. 2 steps. Goes wildly up. And it's over the backboard and out of bounds.
A lot of excitement without a lot of points there, Garrett.
Officials trying to get something sorted out. I think that Maya Dunson lost a lens out of her glasses.
That can't be good. I wonder how easy that is to replace. It appears very easy. She stays on the court.
Valpo's not scored in 5 minutes and 20 seconds. Missouri State hasn't scored in 3 minutes and 30 seconds, and the teams are combined 0 for their last 14. It's not quality basketball, if I may say so myself.
It's not great, Garrett.
But nonetheless, Valpo's only down by 1. Caleb, between the circles, rolls off a Jackson screen to the far wing. Looks down low. Dribbles between 2 hands, cross-court pass, caught by White on the near side. Shoots from 20 and hits it. Mariah White with her first 2 points of the game, and Valpo down by 3 at 20-17.
Mariah White, a 9-point average per game this year. No surprise to get her involved here.
Frederick at the top of the key. Looks off left. Valpo trying to score the first time in nearly 6 minutes. Frederick to the high side. White goes back far side now for Dunson. Top of the key, Brown, 10 seconds to shoot. Fights her way to the elbow. Defender fell down. They called an offensive foul. Lord of mercy, Mason.
Not entirely sure about that one.
That foul called on Olivia Brown is her second, and only the second foul called on Valpo in this game. She is notorious for taking charges. I just don't understand how those are called when the defender is moving with and no shoulder is lowered. Nonetheless, Caleb goes up the floor for the Bears. 20-17, 2:30 to go here in the second quarter. Caleb almost lost the ball. Throws the high post for Delarue. Back near side for White. It's White versus White at the top of the key. Fights down the lane. Takes 3 steps. Fouled on the shot as White took 3 steps and just leaned in. Oh, my goodness, Mason.
Yeah, that's white on white crime there, Garrett. That was not a foul, in my opinion. But of course,
her first, team second, and Valpo just can't seem to get the upper hand on either side so far in this game. As we'll see, Mariah White, a 65% foul shooter, go to the line. The Toledo native is a grad transfer from Cleveland State. Was on the first team All-Horizon League last year, and she knocks down the first. Won the women's basketball invitation with the Vikings of Cleveland State last season. Definitely has postseason experience with a team that went to the NCAA tournament last year, and she knocks down both foul shots. Valpo faces a 5-point deficit. They're tied for the largest of the game. It's 22-17.
And a 6.5-minute scoring drought now.
Frederick goes up top for Dunson. Looks left. No dribble down yet. Throws near side for Van Kempen. Top of the key. Back near side for Dunson. Fights her way down the lane. Spins against the defender. Kicks near side. She walked with it.
Valpo struggling right now to create open looks.
That is already their 11th turnover of the game.
Miraculous, considering that we're only down by 5.
It's a good thing the defense has been playing well. Valpo shooting 30%, Missouri State at 27%. Combined 19 turnovers so far in this game. It's Caleb up top for the Bears. Under 2 minutes to go until half. On the far wing against Frederick. Valpo trying to keep this down low. And an offensive foul called against Missouri State. That's a second on Abigail Jackson and a third on the team. And neither team really trying to pull away with this game as Leah Ernest checks back in. This has been one interesting first half, Mason.
It certainly has been. I would love to see Valpo get a couple points on the board before the end of the half here and go in with a tiny bit of momentum, which has been hard to come by for either team.
Frederick up the floor for the Beacons. Has it on the far wing. Looks down low. A good cut from Wyman. Goes up and finishes with the left hand.
That was lovely. Good finish either. Not an easy layup from where she was.
Wyman always good with the off-ball cuts. The deficit back down to 3 at 22-19. Mariah White, top of the circle. Fights down low, goes up, shot blocked away inside. Offensive board taken down by Roca. Goes up top, Delarue is denied and gives back off to Caleb between the circles. Second chance for Missouri State with 10 to shoot. Caleb against Dunson, top of the key. Fights in, switch to Van Kempen, throws near side. White, a pull-up from 15 is strong. Offensive board down for Wachukwu. Goes down inside the lane, couldn't spin in the layup, and a strong board down for Maya Dunson. Frederick back the other way with under a minute to go here in the second quarter. It's a 3-point deficit. Frederick on the far side in front of Coach Mox. Throws it to the top of the key for Ernest. Fights to the elbow, back to the basket, kicks back out to Dunson. Between the circles, Van Kempen swings the elbows, goes far side for Frederick, 10 to shoot. Fights on the lane, stripped on her shot, goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Valpo on the right baseline. 37.3 to go in the half, 8 seconds left to shoot. Valpo looking for any sort of look here. And a timeout called by Mary Evans.
30-second team timeout.
So 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. Valpo trying to see if they can get this down to a 1-point deficit or tie at the game. You get a quick shot, you might get a good opportunity at a 2-for-1.
Certainly. For how much has happened in this game, it's almost remarkable. Only 41 combined points have been scored, Garrett.
Yes, that. It just shows Valpo likes playing a certain way, and when they don't have to go and try to play fast-paced and score a ton of points, they don't really mind it.
Certainly.
Several games so far this season, we've seen Valpo score under 50 points. And several times we've seen these long scoring droughts, but it's very rare for Valpo to get these scoring droughts to stay in the game.
Yes, no doubt. Not surprising to see a close game between these two teams, though, as the last 3 contests have only been decided by 23 combined points.
Be Valpo to inbound on the right baseline with 37.3 seconds left to go in the first half. Wyman inbound. Van Kempen inbound as Wyman's at the top of the key. 37.3 to go, 8 seconds left to shoot. Official gives the ball to Van Kempen, has it above her head, lobs up top, caught by Wyman. A wide open lane, drives up, floats it up, and couldn't finish. Caleb the board for Missouri State. Shot and game clock separated by 2 seconds.
The hardest layup is the straight one.
Very true. Could have tried to go off the glass, but tried to use nothing but rim and did not succeed. Missouri State will slow it up with 20 seconds left to go here in the quarter. The shot and game clock separated by 2 seconds. Caleb now on the far wing. Met by Wyman, rolls off a Delarue screen, back to the top of the key. Back to Delarue on the far wing. Looks down low. Denied by Wyman, gives back off to Caleb. 2 seconds, shoots from 25 feet. It's off the left side of the rim. Caught by Frederick, and the first half will expire. Well, if you like low-scoring defensive battles, we have found the correct game for you. 41 points combined in the first half of play between Missouri State and Valpo. And the Beacons are down by 3 after 1 half of play. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the IBEW halftime report here from the Arc. We'll look into that first half and preview the second half of play and also look around the nation for some scores as well. With this being the last week of regular season play in the Missouri Valley Conference and also the start of what we like to call Champ Week on the men's side as well. So stay with us. We'll be back in 3 minutes. From Van Wagner, this is the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
Arch Madness. It's all about the excitement, the fans,
the history, the big moments.
Shoots at the horn. Good!
It's all about the madness.
To make it to the tournament.
And March, it begins here.
It's the 2022 State Farm MVC Men's Basketball Tournament, March 3rd to March 6th, presented by Valpo Sports Indiana. Visit archmadness.com for ticket information.
You trained for this all year. Endless hours of cardio, conditioning, and weights. And now you are ready. Ready to trek back to your seat from the concession stand. Through the lines, lost fans, and that mascot who wants you to do a little dancey dance, all without spilling a drop of your ice-cold Bud Light. Welcome back to football, sports fans.
This is such a blow to invest. Do it right now.
It takes courage to face up to things like volatile markets and Wall Street money traps. If you're unsure, worried, or losing sleep about your money, do something about it. Call Joe Murphy and the team at Murphy Wealth Management, proudly serving the Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana communities at 800-930-5905. Again, call 800-930-5905.
It's that time of year. You can have leftovers. Again. Or you can close that fridge and open up the McDonald's app for something special, like your favorite crispy chicken sandwich. Now when you buy any crispy chicken sandwich on the McDonald's app, get another one for free, like the spicy crispy chicken sandwich. It's a deal so good, there won't be any leftovers. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer available through December 12th at participating McDonald's. Valid once a day. McD app download and registration required.
Heinold and Feller Tire and Lawn Equipment strive to exemplify the true meaning of the words trust, courtesy, and honesty. In fact, many of our customers say we've done a pretty good job of it. Since 1958, we've been providing auto repair and full-service tire sales to Porter County, Indiana. Come visit us at our Valparaiso or La Crosse locations, or check us out at heinold-feller.com. We look forward to many more years of providing you excellent service, because at our Heinold and Feller, your family matters to ours.
Whether it's buzzer beaters,
puts one up at the buzzer, and we go to overtime.
big celebrations, or an electric atmosphere, we've got it all in the Valley. We've got some of the best. We mean the best.
Women's basketball in the nation.
And the postseason starts here at Hoops in the Heartland. We'll see you in the Quad Cities.
March 10th through 13th, presented by Grinnell Mutual Insurance. Visit MVCQuadCities.com for ticket information.
Live on WVOR 95.1 and streaming at WVORTheSource.com, you're listening to the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
The 2022 Missouri Valley Conference Women's Basketball Tournament hits the hardwood at TaxSlayer Center March 10th to the 13th in Moline, Illinois. Purchase your all-session tickets to Hoops in the Heartland and save $20 by calling 219-464-5233 or order online at valpoathletics.com. Get your tickets today and experience Hoops in the Heartland. They start a week from today, Mason. It should be an exciting time in the Quad Cities next week, although Valpo hopes to not be playing on this day next week.
No kidding. Would love an extra day of rest. It would mean a lot.
Here at the IBW Halftime Show here on the Valpo Sports Radio Network. Halftime Show brought to you by the IBW Empowering America team of Northwest Indiana. And all of our conference standings are brought to you by Holiday Inn Express and Suites Valparaiso. So we're looking down at the scores around the nation. We'll first start with scores that mean a little bit to us here for the Valparaiso women. All four games in action right now. As Northern Iowa has a 4-point lead on Indiana State, 58-54 with 50 seconds left to go in Terre Haute. Alongside that, Southern Illinois is up 26-16 on Loyola Chicago. That game is at Riders Park and at halftime. And Drake leads Evansville 38-29. And that game is at half in the River City. So, looking as if the Purple Aces will not be giving Valpo the help they would want here today. So Valpo is going to have to rely on their own accord to be able to possibly clinch the 6th seed in the tournament today. Interestingly enough, if Southern Illinois holds this lead against Loyola, Valpo with a win today would pull it back even with the Ramblers and would still mathematically have a shot at the 5 seed if they're able to win today and beat the Salukis here in 2 days here at the Arc. Although I don't think Valpo really cares about the 5 or 6 seed as much as they care about being able to just not have to beat the 7.
Certainly. I mean, talk about low-scoring defensive battles. Loyola with 16 points at half.
I don't know what it is, but it just seems as if this team and Loyola both love playing these low-scoring defensive slugfests. So look around the top 25 for the women right now as well. Number 21, Virginia Tech takes down Clemson 82-60. And that was in the second round of the ACC tournament. Number 14, Indiana, successful in taking down Rutgers 66-54 in the Big Ten tournament second round. Colorado upsets number 14, Arizona, the Pac-12 quarterfinal 45-43. That one, a low-scoring game as well. Number 23, Florida takes down Vanderbilt 53-52 in the SEC tournament second round. Number 2, Stanford beats the Beavers from your home state of Oregon State, Mason, 57-44.
Yes.
And 2 games still left to come today. Number 25, Georgia Tech takes on Wake Forest. Number 24, number 24, Georgia takes on Alabama. Look to the men's side now. We'll start in the top 25. 3 games in action right now. Number 14, Houston leads Temple 33-23 at half. Number 20, Illinois leads is down by 1 to Penn State, 30-29 in Champaign, with 13 seconds left to go in the first half. And Ohio State leads Michigan State 43-33. That game is at halftime in Columbus, a game that Michigan State needs to be able to cement their place within the field of 68. 3 games still to come. Number 6, Kansas hosts TCU in a rematch in Lawrence, as TCU took down Kansas last week in Fort Worth. That game starts at 7. Number 2, Arizona, looking to build upon their performance against USC a couple nights ago, takes on the Stanford Cardinal in Tucson tonight. That game starts at 8 o'clock. And number 24, Iowa, travels to Ann Arbor to take on Michigan. That game starts at 8 o'clock as well. We'll look at the Missouri Valley Conference. 2 games today, both in the conference tournament in the first round. At halftime, Indiana State leads Illinois State 28-23 from the Enterprise Center in St. Louis. And to come later on today, Valpo taking on Evansville in the first round of the Valley Tournament. Valpo 6-point favorites. That game scheduled to start at 8:30. Your thoughts on that game, the first round from Arch Madness?
Yeah, nothing better than Arch Madness, Garrett. Truly in men's Missouri Valley Conference.
It is the spectacle of mid-major conference tournaments.
I couldn't agree more, but this one means, more than just the game for Valpo. You'd have to think Coach Madlotic is on the hot seat with a loss tonight.
I'm not in the business of speculating people's jobs here on the Valpo Sports Radio Network, but I'm sure that his coaching staff would be feeling a lot better with a couple of wins here this weekend, Mason. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll go into the stats of this game here at the Arc. We'll also preview the second half as well. So we'll be back in 3 minutes from Van Wagner. This is the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
Do you hear that? That's the sound of Hungry Howie's hot, real mozzarella cheese melting over a bed of dough made fresh today. And flavored crust loaded with any combination of our mouth-watering flavored crust flavors. You probably didn't think Irresistible had a sound. Well, it does now. Now get a meal deal for any budget starting at the irresistible price of just $5.99.
Hungry
Howie!
Preferred 4-1 over any other orthopedic practice in the region, Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute offers the specialized bone, joint, and muscle care needed to keep you in motion. Our world-class providers serve as the official team physicians for Valparaiso University, and we have proudly delivered specialized, experienced care throughout Northwest Indiana for more than 50 years. To learn more about Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute, visit lbji.com.
TicketSmarter is glad we are back to holding live events. If you are looking to buy tickets to the best sports, concerts, and theater events, all at the very best price, look no further than TicketSmarter.com or on the app. Buying tickets at TicketSmarter will help support children in need. For every ticket transaction on TicketSmarter, $1 will be donated to a children's charity. TicketSmarter is proud to be the official ticketing partner of bowl season. TicketSmarter, a smarter way to buy tickets.
One meal everyone in your family can get on board with? It's Culver's. You may know us for our famous butter burgers, cooked to order for that great signature steak taste, but we're also known for our whole white meat chicken tenders and juicy chicken sandwiches, and our melty Wisconsin cheese curds, and our hand-battered North Atlantic cod.
At Culver's, we believe more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. Welcome to Delicious.
There's no need to fear. The First Source Bank mobile app is here. As fast as a mobile deposit. Built to pay bills instantaneously. Powered to balance budgets. And with a simple tap, a call is placed for that personal touch. All this power is disguised as a mild-mannered app on your phone, ready to fight for your financial freedom.
Minutes still matter when it comes to medical emergencies. Chest pain, severe abdominal pain, headache, high fever, and other emergencies need fast medical care. So please, don't put off getting care in an emergency. Northwest Health has implemented strict safety standards so that you can come to us confidently, knowing we are providing a safe place with quality care. Visit northwesthealthercare.com or call 911 in an emergency.
Live on WVUR 95.1 and streaming at WVURTheSource.com, you're listening to the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
Back Back here live, the WBB halftime report here from the yard. Mason Bonn and Garrett Willis live here for another edition of Valparaiso women's basketball here in the Valpo Sports Radio Network. Valpo down 22-19 to Missouri State through 20 minutes of play. Looking at the stats now, we'll start with Missouri State. It was all Bryce Caleb in the first half with 11 points off 3 for 8 shooting. It was 4 for 4 from the foul line, and only 4 Bears scored the first half. White had 4, Jackson had 4, Bernard had 3. Missouri State 7 for 30 from the field for 23%, 2 for 9 from beyond the arc, and 6 for 6 from the foul line. Valpo led in scoring by Shea Frederick, 7 points off 2 for 5 shooting. Brown had 5, Morrison had 3, Gunn had 2, and Weinman had 2. Van Kempen, Ernest, Dunson, White, and Pitts each record time but do not score. Valpo 7 for 22 in the first half for 32%, 2 for 9 from beyond the arc, and 3 for 3 from the foul line. Valpo out-rebounded in the first half, 23-14. They turned over the ball 11 times. Missouri State 9. Had 3 assists on their 7 made baskets. Missouri State had 5 assists on their 7 made baskets, and that's how we get to 22-19. Mason, if you had told me Valpo scored 19 points in that first half before the game started, I would have been very scared about the result at the halftime break. But the defense was excellent, and they found themselves only down 3.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, it's probably a testament to Missouri State's defense that they can go 2 for 16 in the second quarter and maintain a lead. I mean, they shot 12.5% from the field in the second quarter and yet have a 3-point lead heading to the third quarter.
I don't know if Valpo scores single digits in a quarter so far this year and somehow outscored their opponent in that quarter. So props to Valpo. I don't know. I think 6 points is probably their best defensive quarter so far this season. But the offense has got to get turned around here in the second quarter if Valpo wants to score, because you're not going to hold Missouri State to 44 points in one game.
No, certainly. I mean, it's been an uncharacteristic offensive performance from Valpo, who loves taking threes and only took 9 and only hit 2 for that matter in the first half. Not a team that shoots a lot of mid-range shots. They were looking for a lot of contested looks by the basket.
We'll see if Valpo's able to rebound here going into the second half. A lot of game left to play. Still looking for their first program win against the Missouri State Bears. This would be the highest net win for Valpo in a very, very long time if they're able to win this game. So look out for that here in the second half. Valpo looking to lock up the 6th seed in the Valley, give themselves a chance at the 5, and most importantly, avoid the 7 if they're able to win this game or the next against Southern Illinois. One final break, this one 90 seconds before we come back, and then we start the second half between Missouri State and Valparaiso. Back then from Van Wagner's, the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
Yo, this is your cup holder talking. The little round thing between your car seats. Now, I normally have a nice cold bottle of Mountain Dew in me, but at the moment, I'm empty. That's right, no Mountain Dew. Nothing in here but a couple of quarters and a dime. A fully capable cup holder like me just carrying your loose change? Look, I'm not made for loose change. I'm made to keep Mountain Dew within reach at all times, just inches from your hand. So find the store already, grab some dew, toss it back, then place that bottle where it belongs. Mountain Dew. Do the do.
It's that time of year. You can have...
You work hard for your money. We know you do. With that same work ethic, a union has been serving the very same hard-working Northwest Indiana community residents for over 50 years. There is no better place to go for your financial needs, such as new and used vehicle loans, personal loans, Visa credit cards, and home equity loans. We are here to help you get that loan you deserve. Make it easy by simply applying for your loan online at allegis.org or stop into the Allegis office nearest you. Not only can Allegis offer affordable payments, but also extra benefits, such as a fast application process and no payments for 90 days. Come to a place where we take care of hardworking community people like you. Visit allegis.org for more information today. That is allegis.org. Contact Allegis for more information on the 90-day no payment option. Membership required for loan disbursement.
Live on WVOR 95.1 and streaming at WVORthesource.com, you're listening to the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
Just about ready to start the second half of play between Valparaiso and Missouri State. That's Mason Bonn. I'm Garrett Willis. You're listening live to the presentation of Valparaiso women's basketball here on the Valpo Sports Radio Network. Mason, if Valpo does this in the second half, they've got a shot to win.
Plays defense like they have been, Garrett. I mean, holding a team net 40 in the country to 22 points is absolutely incredible. And you have to think we've got 30 points in the second half, Ennis, if we could do something similar in the second half.
I would hope they'd have at least 30 in them in the second half. Last time Valpo played Missouri State here at home, 29 points in the third quarter. I'm not sure if we're going to expect that output here today, but certainly wouldn't turn it down.
Absolutely. I mean, 10 more points than we had in the first half alone. Would love to come out firing and see a couple early shots go through the basket.
We'll see what the strategy is here for Valpo offensively here in the second half. Only 19 points in that first half, but they only find themselves down by 3 in what is a very crucial game here if they want to cement themselves in the standings going into hoops in the Heartland. Fans, the second half is set to get underway, and that means it's time to nominate and vote for the State Farm Great Performer of the Game. Please submit your nominations on social media by tweeting them to @ValpoWBB. With surprisingly great rates, State Farm is the real deal. You can get personalized service from your local agent or use the State Farm mobile app while you're on the go. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Missouri State ball out of the timeout. The inbound goes in to Maya Benar, and we're underway here in the second half. Wilson in the high post fights against Frederick. First possession of the second half for either team. Benar top the key, throws near side for Caleb. Scans the post against Brown. Kicks far side Benar. Left open for a 3. It's good. First blood of the second half goes to Missouri State, and it's 25-19.
Benar, a 20% three-point shooter on the season, but 2 for 2 today.
Frederick up the floor for the Beacons. Has it between the circles. Valpo down with their large steps of the day by 6 points. A Morrison 3 is left short. Board down by Abigail Jackson. Now Missouri State goes the other way. They look to push the lead out. Near side, Caleb fights in on Ernest. Kicks back out Benar, top of the key. Fights down the lane, steps around a defender, floats it up. Doesn't rim in. Fight for the board down low, and they call a jump ball. So Van Kempen forces the alternating possession over to Valpo, and they dodge a bullet. As Grace White is set to check in, she takes out Leah Ernest. 9:13 to go here in this third quarter. Valpo ball. As the inbound comes from Olivia Brown into Shea Frederick. It's Frederick up the court against Mariah White. Has it across the timeline. She scans the left side. Throws that way to White on the near wing. Takes a shot. Scans back right. Gives off to Brown. Head fake to the foul line. Scans left. Now outlets back to the top of the key for Frederick. To the elbow. It's a man down low. Throws it up top. It's collected by Morrison across the timeline. They call an over and back. That's a turnover for Valpo. It's been sloppy here ever since the first quarter. And they'll play defense down 25-19. Inbound to Benar at half court, and she has it between the circles for the Bears. Looks to the post, throws to the high post for White. Spin down low, Jackson, her layup no good. Offensive board for Wilson, high spinning layup no. Taken down by Jackson again, her third chance no. Taken down again by Benar, and a foul called down low. 3 offensive boards on 1 possession for Missouri State.
Yeah, that's not great. I mean, obviously have some height on us, but that's all positioning there.
Foul on Olivia Brown. It's her third and the team's first as Carrie Wyman set to check back in. Valpo just cannot get in the right spot to box out. As Caleb is to inbound for Missouri State. 90 seconds gone here in this third quarter. Valpo's only had 1 possession. Jackson goes out to Benar on the far wing. Against Van Kempen, fights to the top of the key. Looks down low. Spins a pass in the corner for Wilson. Met by Morrison. Goes up top for Benar. Down the lane, floats it up. Can't spin in. White the board for Valpo. Looks down the floor. Baseball pass thrown behind Morrison. And her pass is picked off by Sydney Wilson. Missouri State the other way in a 3-on-3. To the foul line, White floats it high off the glass and rims in. Not a good start for Valpo. They've turned it over more times than they have shots here in this third quarter. Frederick up the court. Valpo down by 8. Looks down low. High lob to Van Kempen on the far wing. A slow move down to the post. Looks back out. Morrison near corner. Weinman. Shot fake. 10 to shoot. Up top, Van Kempen. She shoots a 3. That's short.
Valpo now 2 for 11 on the day from 3.
Valpo down 8. They play defense. On the other side, Caleb got a man in the air. Drives down the lane. Splits 2 defenders. Couldn't spin a layup in. It's tipped out of bounds by Jackson. It'll go over to Valpo.
Valpo being saved a bit by a very low field goal percentage from Missouri State around the basket.
Valpo 29% on the game. Missouri State 24% on the game. As Lauren Gunn checks back in for Valpo, Mary Evans looking for any combo that's going to work offensively. Just trying to get anything to go. Frederick shoves off a defender at the top of the key, hands off to Gunn. Scans right. A double screen on the far side, a lob inside the lane. It's another turnover. That pass caught by Mariah White goes the other way in a 3-on-4. To the foul line. Outlets back out. Caleb, the far corner. Benar, a three is in.
Benar 3 for 4 today after being 10 for 49 coming into the day from 3.
Just like that, Valpo's deficit is at 11. It's an 8-0 run to start the quarter for Missouri State. It's 30-19, and Valpo has no answers on the offensive side. Frederick, near side for White, 6:45 to go in the quarter. Gunn, down the lane against the double team, kicks back out. Frederick, far wing, got a man in the air, is fouled. As we're set to see Dunson and Pitts come into the game. Morrison goes out as Mary Evans calls a timeout. Oh, man. Valpo only 7 points in the last quarter and a half, and Mary Evans takes her second timeout. 6:39 to go. We'll take a timeout with them. Back in 90 seconds from Van Wagner. This is the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
TicketSmarter is glad we are back to holding live events. If you are looking to buy tickets to the best sports, concerts, and theater events, all at the very best price, look no further than TicketSmarter.com or on the app. Buying tickets at TicketSmarter will help support children in need. For every ticket transaction on TicketSmarter, $1 will be donated to a children's charity. TicketSmarter is proud to be the official ticketing partner of bowl season. TicketSmarter, a smarter way to buy tickets.
Heinold and Feller Tire and Lawn Equipment strive to exemplify the true meaning of the words trust, courtesy, and honesty. In fact, many of our customers say we've done a pretty good job of it. Since 1958, we've been providing auto repair and full-service tire sales to Porter County, Indiana. Come visit us at our Valparaiso or La Crosse locations, or check us out at heinold-feller.com. We look forward to many more years of providing you excellent service, because at our Heinold and Feller, your family matters to ours.
Hey, you! Don't do it! Don't take that job when you can have a career.
I'd love a career, but where?
At First Source Bank, we offer a variety of fulfilling career opportunities, schedule flexibility, good pay and benefits, educational opportunities for personal growth, and a chance to work with amazing people just like yourself. Join us.
Learn more at firstsource.com/careers. That's the number one stsource.com. An equal opportunity employer. Male, female, disabled, veteran.
Live on WVOR 95.1 and streaming at WVORthesource.com, you're listening to the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
The MVC women's basketball tournament returns to TaxSlayer Center in Moline, Illinois on March 10th to the 13th. Reserve your seats to Hoops in the Heartland by visiting MVCQuadCities.com. Get your tickets today and experience Hoops in the Heartland. 6:39 to go here in this third quarter. Valpo down 30-19 as Missouri State starts the quarter on an 8-0 run. Mason, Valpo just has no answers on offense. They have twice as many turnovers as made shots in this game, and the time's coming soon where they need answers before this game gets away from them.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, Missouri State coming out, still not really executing on offense, but when the other team has scored 7 points in a quarter and a half, like you said, it's not hard to start to build that gap.
It's an 8-0 run for Missouri State to start this quarter. Valpo has just been notorious this year for going on stretches of 3 or 4 minutes without scoring. It'll be Valpo ball out of the media timeout, as Coach Evans' squad is looking for any sort of momentum as they're down 11 to the perennial powerhouse here within the Valley. We'll look back to the Missouri Valley Conference to see if they have any sort of updates from the game that means something to Valpo. Drake up 47-40 in the third quarter, as they need the Bulldogs to lose one or they need to win one. Dunson drives baseline, kicks in the corner for Gunn out of the timeout. Goes up top, White by herself near corner. Wyman, a three, got it! Wyman now with 5 points.
Just the third made three for Valpo today, and it could not have come at a better time.
Benar kicks far side. Caleb a three to respond is nothing but nets.
That's a killer.
Teams trade threes. Valpo back down by 11 at 33-22. Pitts in the game for Valpo. Frederick gets a short rest. Up top for Gunn. Scans back right. Pitts on the right wing. Shuffled her feet. A Euro step down the lane. Couldn't spin it in.
Oh, pretty Euro step there. Shame she couldn't finish.
A ball is dribbled off the foot of Benar. It's controlled by Mariah White, and she walks it up the floor for Missouri State. Gives off, back off to Benar on the far wing. It's 33-22. Guarded by Gunn. Rolls off a screen. Throw down low for Jackson. Met at the rim by White. No foul called. And the board down for Gunn. Pitts the other way in a 4-on-3. Far side, a kicked ball by Sidney Wilson. A scummy but legal move, as it'll be a Valpo inbound on the far sideline. White to inbound, goes into Pitts. Back to White on the right wing. Makes a shot. Up top now for Pitts. Directs traffic inside. Valpo runs a set. Pitts picked up the dribble. Outlets back near side. It passes too wide for Grace White. The 15th Valpo turnover in this game. As we'll see Wachukwu come back in the game for Missouri State. Only 3 points for Valpo here in this quarter. As the inbound goes to Maya Bernard. Bernard has it at the top of the key. Throws it near side for White. Looks back left side for Bernard. Tees up another three. Shoots 4 for 4 in the game.
4 for 5, but a career shooting night all the same.
Doing my math now, it's 12 points, which is too short of a season high. So 14-point deficit for Valpo. White fakes a shot, had it poked away, and it's saved in the corner by Caleb. This is just not fun basketball to watch. Caleb on the far side. White stripped away, foul called. And Mary Evans is about to do a complete platoon sub here. 5 players go out, 5 players go in. With 4:50 left to go here in the third quarter, we'll take another timeout. 36-22, Valpo down by 14. Back in 90 seconds from Van Wagner, this is the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
Preferred 4-1 over any other orthopedic practice in the region, Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute offers the specialized bone, joint, and muscle care needed to keep you in motion. Our world-class providers serve as the official team physicians for Valparaiso University. And we have proudly delivered specialized, experienced care throughout Northwest Indiana for more than 50 years. To learn more about Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute, visit lbji.com.
Minutes still matter when it comes to medical emergencies. Chest pain, severe abdominal pain, headache, high fever, and other emergencies need fast medical care. So please, don't put off getting care in an emergency. Northwest Health has implemented strict safety standards so that you can come to us confidently, knowing we are providing a safe place with quality care. Visit northwesthealthercare.com or call 911 in an emergency.
This is such a blow to invest. Do it right now.
It takes courage to face up to things like volatile markets and Wall Street money traps. If you're unsure, worried, or losing sleep about your money, do something about it. Call Joe Murphy and the team at Murphy Wealth Management, proudly serving the Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana communities at 800-930-5905. Again, call 800-930-5905.
Live on WVOR 95.1 and streaming at WVORthesource.com, you're listening to the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
Today's broadcast of Valpo Basketball is brought to you by Calumet Brewing and Bud Light. It's for the fans. And Mason, it seems too often when I make this joke in the third quarter that I need a beer from Calumet Brewing. It seems to be too often with home games like this as Valpo's down 36-22.
Yeah, we were looking for a spark coming out of halftime, and it was provided, but only by the Most State Bears.
This Valpo just has had no answers since the first quarter on offense. They've only scored 10 points in the last 15 minutes plus, and they're only shooting 31% for the game. I mean, you can't even really be mad at the defensive effort. Missouri State is under 30% for the game. They've scored 14 points already here in this third quarter, but Lord of mercy, they just seem to have nothing working on the offensive side. They've turned it over 16 times already.
Yeah, it's not been good. Missouri State also 4 for 4 coming out of the break from 3, so that has added up quickly, and it's part of the reason we're at this 14-point deficit for Valpo.
Valpo needs answers, and they need them quickly. It's going to be a 5-person tandem coming in that were not the 5 players on the floor just 90 seconds ago. As it'll be Missouri State to the line with Mariah White for 2 shots with 4:50 to go here in this third quarter. White 6 points so far today. Just 3 short of 9 per game, which she averages so far this season. The first foul shot is strong. The first miss from the line between the two teams today. Valpo has been strong from the line so far this season at 76%. That is good enough to lead the conference. White, second at the line, is good. Valpo needs to start now. They're down by 15. Frederick fights against Benar and is finally able to get it across half court. Has the top of the key for Morrison. Fakes a pass. Stands right. Picked up the dribble. Goes to Van Kempen. Now in the corner for Ernest. Fakes a pass. Drives down the baseline. Stops. Spin. Hooks around a defender. Gives off inside for Morrison. She puts it up and in with the right hand. 5 points for Caitlin Morrison off the cut. It's down to a 13-point deficit. Far side, White. Drives baseline. Had a shot go in with the foul. That is a strong drive and a strong finish.
Missouri State just seems to fly down the court after a Valpo make. Hard to maintain momentum when we're giving up easy buckets on the other end.
So Mariah White will go back to the line for one as Leah Ernest picks up her first foul of the game. Second on Valpo here in the third quarter. And Valpo just cannot seem to string together stops and buckets. The one shot is strong, and it's an offensive board for Sydney Wilson. Gives back off, now in the corner. White drives baseline. Another shot, no good. A third chance is good inside. That one by Ifananya Achukwu. Her first 2 points of the game, and Valpo's down by 17.
Missouri State has 15 offensive rebounds to Valpo's 1.
Frederick in the low post, walks it back out. Morrison in the corner now for Brown. Takes a shot, dribbles behind her back. Kicks back out for Morrison out at the top of the key. Near side for Brown. Takes a shot, drives baseline, shoves off a defender, needs help, throws in the far corner. The pass is caught, and it's another turnover as Bernard goes the other way from Missouri State.
Valpo's 17th turnover there.
Caleb on the far wing. Goes up top. That's for Mariah White. 3.5 to go here in this third quarter. Valpo's been getting boat race in the third frame. White, top of the key, rolls off a Chukwu screen, rolls down, no good on the shot. Second chance is banked in.
16 offensive boards through only 2.5 quarters, for Missouri State.
This is no fun to watch. Frederick split a double team and is able to put it in on the other side. 7 points in the first half and 2 now in the second half. And Mary Evans continues to rotate players in and out. As Benar has it on the other side in a 17-point game. 43-26. Benar up top for White in the far corner for Caleb. 13 to shoot. Steps back from the defense, throws near side Benar. 10 seconds now to shoot. Frederick guards her at the top of the circle. Rolls off a Chukwu screen. Rolls down. A shot goes off the side of the backboard. It's rebounded by Frederick. 5 on 4 the other way. Frederick, cross court, tipped away. Morrison up top now for Brown. Fakes a shot. Fakes again. On the elbow. Backs down to defender in the post. Looks back around. Needs help inside the post. Lob back up for Morrison. Gives off to Ernest on the far wing. Fights down the lane. Lost a shot. And a charge called. Mason, this is just a trend in college basketball I absolutely hate.
Yeah, it's not great. I mean, a bit of a shoulder down from Lee Ernest there, but certainly could have gone either way.
Just because a defender falls doesn't mean it's a charge.
Couldn't agree more. Right now, we're looking at 18 defensive rebounds for Valpo and 16 offensive for Missouri State. It's almost a half and half. Who's going to get the ball? Missouri State gets up to shoot.
43-26, Valpo down by 17. Bernard, top of the key for Missouri State. Valpo is trying to find any way to look for answers. High post for Wilson, throws inside. A foul on the drive by Paige Roca. And that foul is on Lee Ernest again.
2 quick fouls for Lee Ernest there.
And that quickly sends Missouri State to the line in the bonus. Paige Roca will go to the line for 2, where she is 71% on the year. And this Valpo team just looks flat on the bench. Not any positive body language. And the first shot is made by Roca, her first points of the game, the Iowa City native. Her mother, Paula, played softball at Drake. And it's a lane violation. It won't count.
Lane violation. Valpo basketball.
So Valpo get the ball back down by 18. It's getting to the point where there's not really much to get excited about. Frederick, top of the key, backs down Benar in the post. Splits the double team, kicks near side for Dunson. Drives baseline, a foul on the drive. A foul called on Wachukwu. Her first, team's second here in the quarter. 1:54 to go here in the third quarter. A frame which has been abysmal for the Beacons.
Some good news across the valley, Garrett, as Evansville has tied it up with Drake at 49.
Right now, I think Valpo is probably looking to that game more than they are their own. Frederick has it at the top of the circle. Fights her way down the lane. 2 steps off the glass and in with the left hand. And Frederick has 2 layups here in this third quarter. It's back down to a 16-point deficit.
Frederick, the first peak into double digits at 11 here.
Benar throws near side for Caleb. Fake the pass down low. Outlets to the top of the key for Wilson. Backs down Ernest inside the post. Dribbles with her right hand. Spin move. Goes up. Shot is good.
That looked all too easy down low.
Lots of energy from Missouri State, not much from Valpo. It's an 18-point deficit. Frederick, down low for Gunn, caught in the post, spins, needs help against the double team. Kick back out Dunson on the near wing. Fights in with Chukwu. Back out near side for Brown. Around the horn of Gunn. Fights her way down the lane, goes up and finishes with the right hand.
Hard drive, the bench does come alive for that one. Looking for anything to cheer about here.
1 minute left to go here in the third quarter. Benar, near side for Caleb, under a minute to go. Met by Gunn. Fights her way down the baseline against 2 defenders. Able to put it in with a foul. They call that one a block, of course.
Impressive finish there, all the same. She was nearly horizontal when she made that shot.
Caleb is just another level. And we're looking to see who that foul was called against for Valpo. As Ernest goes out. And that's who picked up the foul. She has 3 fouls in 2 minutes.
Evansville takes their first lead against Drake, outscoring them 22-11 in the third quarter.
Well, that's some good news.
Some excellent news.
Caleb's at the line for 1, and it's good. Well, I did not expect this quarter to go this way. It's 49-30. And there's just not much to cheer about if you're Valpo. It's up top for Brown. Fights in on Caleb to the foul line. Gives off to Gunn. Back out Frederick on the far wing. Fumble to pass. Regains control. Looks in. Shot and game clock separated by 21 seconds. And a 3 from Frederick is no good. Board down for Chukwu. And she gives off to Benar.
Shot clock is off.
Might be mercifully for Valpo. As this has been not the worst offensive performance of the season, but close to it. As they've been outscored 27-11 here in this third quarter. Benar, top of the circle, 7 seconds left to go. Rolls off a Chukwu screen to the elbow, shoots from there. It's strong. Board down for Chukwu, and she fouled Dunson over the back call. That's the second foul on Chukwu. And Valpo will inbound with 2.4 seconds left to go. Gun to inbound. Throws into Frederick in the corner. Is fouled 90 feet from the basket. Okay. White picks up the foul. It's her second. Team's fourth. And they'll try it again.
Missouri State bench couldn't agree with that call.
Inbound to Frederick. From 60 feet, will huck it up at the buzzer. Oh, hit the side of the backboard and had the right distance.
Look good from our angle, Garrett.
Yikes. Not a good third quarter, and there may not be much to decide here in the fourth quarter besides the margin. 49-30, 10 minutes left to go. Back in 90 seconds from Van Wagner. This is the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
At Wings Etc., we love sports. So much that we packed our walls with tons of big flat screens tuned to the very best in sports programming. At Wings Etc., we love big, cooked to tender, crisp perfection wings. And so do our fans who have voted our wings best in more and more cities across the Midwest. At Wings Etc., we love beer. We love it so much that we have over 40 different kinds of beers in bottles and on tap, including your favorite regional craft beers. Wings Etc. at 501 North Silhaven in Valparaiso and online at wingsetc.com.
There's no need to fear. The First Source Bank mobile app is here. As fast as a mobile deposit. Built to pay bills instantaneously. Powered to balance budgets. And with a simple tap, a call is placed for that personal touch. All this power is disguised as a mild-mannered app on your phone, ready to fight for your financial freedom.
Whether it's buzzer beaters,
puts one up at the buzzer and we go to overtime.
Big celebrations, or an electric atmosphere, we've got it all in the Valley. We've got some of the best. We mean the best.
Women's basketball in the nation.
And the postseason starts here at Hoops in the Heartland. We'll see you in the Quad Cities.
March 10th through 13th, presented by Grinnell Mutual Insurance. Visit MVCQuadCities.com for ticket information.
Live on WVOR 95.1 and streaming at WVORthesource.com, you're listening to the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
Terry's Discount Windows and More is a locally owned, family-owned and operated business which has served Northwest Indiana since 2003. Terry's has been voted the best window siding and door company by the NWI Times for 7 straight years. Call 219-476-0400 for Terry's Discount Windows. We'll be glad you called. That's Mason Bonn. I'm Garrett Willis. 10 minutes left to go. Valpo down 49-30 after an abysmal third quarter. Mason we see times this year where Valpo's offense just goes cold. Sometimes it's for 4 minutes. Sometimes it's for 4 quarters. And unfortunately, we're getting the latter here today.
We certainly are. Bryce Caleb also playing like the player of the year from last year is not helping us. 17 points and been all over the floor.
Yeah, it's been all Bryce Caleb. And Maya Benar has made her presence felt, shooting way above her average here in this game, 4 for 5 from beyond the arc. I think that performance has been what has distanced this game for Valpo, the reason they really would need a miracle to come back here in this final frame.
A true if you're high, you're hot situation, Garrett.
The Missouri State ball out of the quarter timeout. As we'll see if Valpo's able to get any sort of momentum here, as Sydney Wilson will inbound to start the quarter for Missouri State, and we're underway. Benar up the floor for the Bears. Has at the top of the key. Scans off a defender and throws to Wilson on the far wing. She gives to Caleb. On the elbow, drives in. Kicks back out Wilson. Around cut, hands off to Benar. Fights her way down the lane. Almost lost the ball. Kicks back out for Caleb on the left wing. A 3 is good.
Bryce Caleb's 20th point of the game there.
Seems as if that would be an easy thing you would want to defend.
It did, but she seemed to have plenty of space.
Deficits to 22. As Gunn fights her way down low and is fouled. This has been something we've seen a fair amount for Valpo this year. They just have an off night offensively and ends up being just a painful second half to watch. As White throws up top for Frederick, goes to Brown, around the horn to Gunn. Back to Brown, top the key, head fakes a 3, dribbles behind her back, goes back to Gunn on the far wing. Fights her way down the baseline, spins against 2 defenders, hook shot from 10, no good. The board down for Sydney Wilson. Missouri State runs the other way with a 22-point advantage. It was only 3 at half. Caleb tees up another 3 and left it short. Dunson has the board in the corner. Gives off to Frederick, and Valpo most likely turning their sights to the final score of the Drake-Evansville game. And alongside that, their game next Saturday, as White knocks in a 3 for Valpo. Her first points of the game.
Hard to believe that coming off of, a good couple of weeks where she's been Valpo's second or third option.
What's the score of that other game we're looking at right now, Mason?
I got you right here. It's 54-53. Drake with a 1-point advantage, 9 minutes left in the game.
White gets the board off a missed shot from Maya Benar. And Valpo goes the other way down by 19. Frederick fights down the lane, scoops up a layup, left it short. Can't finish those looks. It's probably not going to go your way. Sorry, I missed that. What did you say it was?
Drake's got a 1-point advantage, 54-53.
How much time left?
9 minutes in the fourth.
Turnover by Missouri State on the travel. That is their 12th turnover to 18 for Valpo. And Valpo just doesn't get enough possessions to win games like this. They have gotten 20 less shots off than Missouri State has.
20, huh? A lot of that is the offensive rebounding disparity, of course.
Pitts looks inside. Nothing there. Gives off to White at the top of the key. Takes a shot, goes to Gunn and far wings, but a lot of minutes tonight. Pitts, a 3 is good. Pitts only shooting a limited number of 3-pointers this year. And a timeout called by Missouri State. It's a 16-point lead.
A little more offense from Valpo, just too little too late here, but see if we can't get some momentum going into our next game.
I guess we won't officially call it over yet, but they're going to need a lot more threes like that and a few more stops.
Certainly.
We'll take a timeout and back in 90 seconds from Van Wagner. This is the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
One meal everyone in your family can get on board with? It's Culver's. You may know us for our famous butter burgers, cooked to order for that great signature steak taste, but we're also known for our whole white meat chicken tenders and juicy chicken sandwiches, and our melty Wisconsin cheese curds, and our hand-battered North Atlantic cod.
At Culver's, we believe more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day.
Welcome to Delicious.
You trained for this all year. Endless hours of cardio, conditioning, and weights. And now you are ready. Ready to trek back to your seat from the concession stand. Through the lines, lost fans, and that mascot who wants you to do a little dancey dance. All without spilling a drop of your ice-cold Bud Light. Welcome back to football, sports fans.
Preferred 4-1 over any other orthopedic practice in the region, Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute offers the specialized bone, joint, and muscle care needed to keep you in motion. Our world-class providers serve as the official team physicians for Valparaiso University, and we have proudly delivered specialized, experienced care throughout Northwest Indiana for more than 50 years. To learn more about Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute, visit lbji.com.
Live on WVOR 95.1 and streaming at WVORthesource.com, you're listening to the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
7:55 left to go in this contest from the Arc. Valpo down 52-36 to Missouri State. Mason, it seems as if the offense is coming a little too late now for Valpo. They only had 11 points in the third quarter. They've knocked in 2 threes here to start the fourth. And I think it's fair to say they're probably going to need 6 or 7 more of those. They want to come back in this game.
Which would be exceptional.
Exceptional nonetheless. Let's look at that score again, Mason. We know that Valpo would definitely have their eyes on Drake versus Evansville if the Aces were able to give them some help.
Drake, despite the efforts of Abby Fight from Evansville at 23 points, Drake has taken a 5-point lead, 58-53 with 8 minutes left in the game.
It's not over yet.
It's not over yet.
Valpo, to avoid Thursday today, they would need to have that game go in their favor. And we're gonna call it unlikely, but not impossible.
All the same.
Just like their chances of winning this game. It's 52-36. The play defense down 16.
A 6-0 run to start the fourth is exactly what they're looking for, but we'll need about 15 more of them.
On the far side, Mariah White is met by Gunn. Scans down low, throws up top for Wilson to throw inside the lane. Jackson on a catch and shoot, lays it in at the rim. Sometimes you're just outsized, and that is indefensible.
Jackson only 6 points tonight, but her presence has been felt up and down the court. She's a defensive menace.
White fakes a shot at the top of the key. Denied a pass. Throws inside. Brown fell down. No foul call. Mary Evans deciding to give a few words to the officials as they run by. Bernard, top of the key from Missouri State in an 18-point game. Wilson kicks far corner, and a charge called on the interior.
Offensive foul, Valpo basketball.
So it gives it back to Valpo. It's the 12th turnover by Missouri State in this game. Valpo hasn't turned it over as much in the second half, but it's still 19 turnovers.
Yeah, against 12 for Missouri State, which is no short amount, but they've certainly played cleaner basketball since early in the first half.
That's really been the Achilles heel for this Valpo team so far this year. They don't rebound well. As Grace White shoots a 3 and hits it again.
Absolutely in her eye there, too.
It's a 15-point deficit. Valpo either doesn't rebound it well or doesn't take care of the basketball. And on nights where both of those things happen, they really don't play well. Far side, a ball caught. And a shot from 10 is no good by Mariah White. The board is down for Elise Pitts. A 15-point deficit, 6:45 to go. Pitts on the far side for the Beacons. Throws inside Gunn. Caught the ball on the block. Stop, spin, back out Dunson. Top of the key. Fakes a 3. Drives her way down low. Spin move. Gunn to White. Far side. Fakes a shot. Fakes again. Puts down a dribble. Brown, top of the key. 3 is good.
Where was this all game, Garrett?
Well, they must have listened to me. It's a 12-point deficit now with 6:15 to go. It's a 12-2 run over 2.5 minutes. We won't call it over yet. On the near side, Bernard fights against Pitts, rolls off a screen to between the circles. Throws far side for Wilson. Ball caught by White on the elbow. Picks up her dribble. Goes up top for Bernard again. 6 seconds left to shoot. Against Dunson, top of the key, drives her way down, kicks back out. Wilson, just inside the arc, shoots at the buzzer, no good, and a shot clock violation.
Valpo basketball.
Already tied for Valpo's highest scoring quarter output, and there's 5 minutes left in the fourth.
It's astute observation, Mace. That's how this team has struggled so far. 54-42. Valpo with the basket here can get it down to 10 or 9 points. Pitts at the top of the key. Scans right, throws that way for Gunn on the wing. Fakes a shot, fakes again. Looks left, throws that way for White on the wing. Cradles the ball below her hips. Goes up top for Brown. 10 seconds to shoot. Fights her way down the lane. Stop, spin, up top for Dunson. Got a man in the air. Drives to the foul line. Goes down low, scoops it up, and fell off the front of the rim. Wouldn't go in.
Good luck there. Good pump fake.
Bernard got the board for Missouri State. It's a 12-point game with 5:15 to go. Missouri State hasn't scored for 2 minutes and 20 seconds. White on the elbow. Hesitates, drives in. Lots of contact, able to finish.
Cool hesitation move there. Froze her atop the key.
That stops a 12-2 run for the Beacons. They're back down by 14 with 5 minutes to go. Pitts on the far side. Looks down low. Throws near corner for Dunson. Fakes a shot. Fakes again. Gives off to Brown. 17 to shoot. Has it between the circles.
Back to a 1-point game between Drake and Evansville on the other side of the valley.
Brown down the lane. Stop. Needs help. Throws far side. It goes out of bounds. 20th Valpo turnover. For a second, we thought that they may be getting back into it. They had a shot to get it down to a 10-point deficit, but wouldn't fall in. Missouri State goes and scores the other way. Valpo plays defense down by 2 touchdowns.
Just need to drive in a stop, Garrett.
White to the elbow, goes in, scoops it up and in. Well, there's your drive. I'm not sure you're getting your stop on the other end. It's a 16-point game.
13 now from Mariah White.
It's been quiet as well.
Very quiet. The third Bear now in double figures, along with Maya Benar and Abigail Jackson. Oh, my apologies. Bryce Kellett.
Pitts tried to throw it down low, but it was a turnover as the pass was short for a cutting Brown. Valpo plays defense down by 16. Any update on that score again?
It's a 59-60 game. Evansville is taking the lead.
That would be huge for this Valpo team as Wilson shoots a 3, couldn't connect. The board is taken down low by Olivia Brown. 3:50 to go. It almost feels like a running clock at this point.
Certainly does.
Far side White catches the ball above her head, steps back, steps again, shoots, left at left. I don't know if I could say that. Left at left. It's kind of a weird saying. Benar the board for Missouri State.
True all the same.
Valpo 16 for 38 in this game. Caleb fakes a shot, pulls up from 12. It's good.
Caleb, 22 points and has certainly been the motor for this Missouri State Bears offense.
Well, Valpo had gotten themselves back in this game momentarily, and Mary Evans will call a timeout.
Send you across the valley again. Evansville up 60-59 on Drake with 5 minutes left in the game.
Southern Illinois, I see, picks up the win in Rogers Park as well.
Loyola Chicago scores 28 points in their game against Southern Illinois.
Well, Mason, I guess it goes to show that just like when you're playing golf in Tucson and you're 8 over through 13 holes, and you hear that somebody shot 123 in the first round, it can always be worse.
A niche reference, but true all the same. Loyola Chicago scored 8 points in the first, second, and fourth quarters and 4 in the third.
Oh, my goodness.
That is brutal.
Holy smokes.
My thoughts and prayers to the Loyola fans tonight.
That's not going to matter, though, as they're going to lock up the 5 seed with Valpo losing this game today, even though they only scored. I guess that's a positive for scoring only 28 points.
That's
that you're still going to score the 5th seed in the conference.
Oh, man. Wow.
Wow is right. Valpo's had several stints today where they've gone on long scoring droughts. They haven't scored in over 3 minutes. And right now we're probably just ticking down the seconds to the end of this game. Dunson on the left wing will shoot a 3. It's off the right side of the rim. Offensive board for White. Her second chance is no good, but she'll go to the line for 2 shots. It's been a very quiet game for Grace White.
Doing her best Missouri State impression there with the offensive board, though.
That has to be... That is only the second offensive rebound for Valpo today, and Missouri State has 16 of them.
Doesn't usually get it done.
White is 80% from the foul line this year and spins in the first.
She is excellent. That's her 7th point of the day. Could sneak in double figures with a late push.
She could if she puts in an effort, and both are good. And it's a 16-point game with just over 3 minutes left. It'll be Caleb to walk it up the floor for the Bears. You feel as if Valpo could have played a little bit better in the middle quarters. They could have had a shot to win this game.
Certainly.
As a shot from Wilson's left short, a late foul called against White. Just seems to be par for the course at this point. Looked like good defense on my end. First foul on Valpo here in this final frame. This has just been a flat game to watch overall. I've not gotten many things to get excited about.
Certainly. When the most exciting part of the game is a game happening elsewhere in the conference. It's always a bummer.
Be a fun game down there from the River City, as the first one is no good from Sydney Wilson, the Overland Park, Kansas native. Pursuing her business degree, and her father, Troy Wilson, won Super Bowl 29 with the 49ers.
That's pretty cool.
Knocks in the second. Probably the most interesting thing I've said today.
That's excellent.
61-44 with 2:56 left to go.
While we're mentioning interesting things, Isabel Delarue from Missouri State, majoring in criminology. Don't see a lot of that.
No, you don't. Maybe a future lawyer.
Could be.
See a lot of women's basketball players studying pre-med or nursing, as Caitlin Morrison shoots a three and can't connect. She's struggled offensively over the last few games. Yeah, it's kind of interesting to see somebody pursuing criminology. I think in my time, broadcasting teams was a travel by Paige Roca. I think I've only seen 3 or 4 criminology majors. It's a very unique thing.
Yeah, it's a rare one.
We see.
Can't tell you how many accounting majors I've run into on the golf course, though.
I can't tell you how many academy majors have played for Valpo Golf over the years. Shout out Jeremy Wu if you're listening right now. Probably not.
Unlikely.
Considering he is in caddying for his brother Josh in Puerto Rico right now, I'm guessing he's probably not tuning in.
Preoccupied.
But shout out to Jeremy Wu.
All the same.
Wyman, top of the key. She's been quiet today. Drives down the lane, scoops a layup up and in.
I think she heard you. Aggressive move to the basket there.
5 second half points, 7 overall. It's a 15-point game. Let me get another scoreboard check there.
No difference. 60 points for Evansville, 59 for Drake with 4.5 left. Quiet offensively for both teams all of a sudden.
See if Evansville is able to finish with a 1-point lead. Just under 5 minutes to go.
Would be huge, though. They're certainly going to need to play better than they did tonight, Valpo.
White spins twice inside the lane and left the jumper short and goes out of bounds, but saved. With 5 seconds left to shoot. White, top of the key, will spot up for a three and knock it in. And I think that's the final thing we'll need to see for Valpo today.
Mariah White up to 16 points, as you said, pretty quietly today.
Yeah, 16 points, and I missed 2 on my score sheet. I only had 14.
Only 4 in the first half. It's 12 in the second.
That's where I missed it. And it's a palindrome score. It's 46-64. Valpo down by 18. Frederick lobs inside for Ernest. Caught it above her head. Pumps twice. Goes up. Couldn't finish.
Too strong.
And Wachukwu grabs it for Missouri State. There's about a minute left to go in this game. It just has felt slow for a long time. It's a timeout called by Coach Mox just to sub some people in.
Could see some players that don't usually get a lot of minutes for Valpo coming in now, as we do see some warm-up jackets being taken off.
Interante, Johnston, and Byer into the game for Valpo. So the end of the bench will get a chance to play a few minutes here. I guess this has been the theme of what we've been doing today, just trying to keep Valpo fans updated. Why don't you see if we have anything new?
Nothing new. 60 points for Evansville, 59 Drake, with 4 minutes left in the game now. Katie Byer, interesting case. Rides the bench now, but was a 1920 MVC all-defensive team.
That can't be right, because she wasn't on the team last year. She's a freshman. Yeah, that's not right. So
my apologies. Yeah, I have an incorrect fact sheet.
Yeah, that's not your fault. That is definitely my fault. It leaves me something to edit on my spot chart going in.
All the same, good to see some freshmen getting minutes.
As a layup was made on the other side by Missouri State. I was looking at my board. I was down for Jackson. She has 8 points. Interante, with less than a minute to go, goes to Johnston at the top of the key. Van Kempen, far side for Interante. Drives baseline and Jackson, goes up. A reverse layup is strong. And it goes out of bounds over to Missouri State.
Out of bounds, Missouri State ball.
Hasn't been a point scored in Drake and Evansville in over 2 minutes. Still a 59-60 game with 3.5 left.
Evansville trying to help out the Beacons. As with this loss, Valpo will fall to 8-9 in conference play. They were 8-7 just about a week ago. The 20-footer is off the right heel from Mariah White. And Valpo, with the shot clock turned off, will play offense with Ernest up the floor. Goes up top for Van Kempen. She tees up a three and couldn't knock it in. She'll finish scoreless on the day. And with 10 seconds left, Missouri State content to just dribble this one out. 66-46 in what was a tough offensive performance for both teams, but especially for Valpo, as Missouri State attempts 20 more shots than the Beacons did in this game. 66-46, your final score. We'll wait for Mary Evans to come up here to the table, as she's usually pretty prompt. Mason, any first thoughts?
Yeah, like we said, it was just sluggish after the first quarter. A good 10-0 run to start the game, but that was about the only offensive momentum they had for the rest of the game. Certainly things to work on for next game include defensive rebounding, where we got absolutely smoked tonight, and just creating offense whenever we can.
We'll wait for Mary Evans, who is making her way up to the table now. Valpo will play their last game of the regular season in 2 days. That one will come against the Southern Illinois Salukis, who just locked up the 1 seed in conference play, which makes what Mason's watching right now that much more important, with Evansville and Drake tied at 60. We'll head in the headset to Mary Evans as she's up here at the table. Final score 66-46. Always thankful for Mary Evans to join us up here at the table. Coach, that's a really good team on the other side of the floor in Missouri State. So it was a tough night overall. Rebounding the basketball as well. Your first thoughts on the game today?
I just didn't think we were very good. We were very sharp. I thought we came out in the first half and defended. I thought we defended well in the first half. Held them to 20-something points, right? So I thought that was a pretty good defensive effort. 22 points in the first half, and then we came out and we did not do so well in the third quarter. Gave up 27 in the third. Stopped keeping them off the offensive glass, which was a focus of this game, was to not let them get over 12 offensive rebounds. So we fell short there. I thought we had too many turnovers. 21 turnovers against that team is way too many. And we're just a little passive, I thought, for the majority of the game offensively. We're looking to be very aggressive, attack the rim, and that was our focus this week. So we've got to get back in, regroup tomorrow, and get ready to play another really good team tomorrow or Saturday on our home court.
Coach, you'll have 2 days to be able, 1 day before Southern Illinois comes in here on Saturday for senior night. It's crazy to think that we're already at the end of the season. Talk to me about what senior night will mean for your team before we get to say goodbye to a couple of players on the team.
Yeah, it's always a really emotional day, for these young women. They've put a lot of heart and soul into this program over the last 3 to 4 years. Some of them like Kate, 5-6 years, and it's a fun day to celebrate them and celebrate what they've done for this program. But there's also a sadness knowing that that's going to be the last time they get to suit up and wear a Valpo jersey in the Arc. And so, they've done a lot. They've meant a lot to this program. Carrie and Kate have been here from the word go since I've been here, and they've really helped us build something. And I know, this season's been rough on them, and it's been a little bit of a disappointment, but, we're going to try to finish strong at home on Saturday for them, and then try to go to Moline and play some good basketball down there in Illinois.
Coach, you're playing the Salukis of Southern Illinois, a team you've not seen since you started conference play back in January. Right. Your first game that you played. They're also the last game. So bookending the conference slate with games against Southern Illinois. Your thoughts on a game against a team that's led by Mackenzie Silva, some keys to that game for being able to finish off the regular season with a win? Yeah,
we've got to know where Mackenzie is. She's a very talented player. I also I think Abby Brockmeyer is kind of the heart and soul of that team. And we're going to have to do a good job knowing where she's at. We're going to have to keep her off the glass. They're a good defensive team. We're going to have to be a lot better offensively. We're going to have to be a lot more aggressive offensively against them. But yeah, they're a really good team. Similar styles of play to tonight. So we've got to be ready for a good post game, a bunch of high lows, and we've got to do a much better job on 3-point shooters, because we need to know where Sylvie is on Saturday, or where she could have a big game against us.
Coach, thanks as always for the time. Look forward to seeing you on Saturday.
All right, thanks.
That was head coach of the Beacons in Mary Evans. Always thankful for her time here on the Valpo Sports Radio Network. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have it with the LBJ post-game show. We'll still be patient to see if we'll get a wrap-up between Drake and Evansville. And then after that, we won't be long until we send it to St. Louis for Todd and Paul from the Enterprise Center for the first round of Arch Madness between Evansville and Valparaiso. Stay with us. Back in 2 minutes from Van Wagner. This is the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
Do you hear that? That's the sound of Hungry Howie's hot, real mozzarella cheese melting over a bed of dough made fresh today.
and flavored crust loaded with any combination of our mouth-watering flavored crust flavors. You probably didn't think Irresistible had a sound. Well, it does now. Now get a meal deal for any budget starting at the irresistible price of just $5.99.
Hungry?
Howie!
Heinold and Feller Tire and Lawn Equipment strive to exemplify the true meaning of the words trust, courtesy, and honesty. In fact, many of our customers say we've done a pretty good job of it. Since 1958, we've been providing auto repair and full-service tire sales to Porter County, Indiana. Come visit us at our Valparaiso or La Crosse locations, or check us out at heinold-feller.com. We look forward to many more years of providing you excellent service, because at our Heinold and Feller, your family matters to ours.
Whether it's buzzer beaters,
puts one up at the buzzer, and we go to overtime.
big celebrations, or an electric atmosphere, we've got it all in the Valley. We've got some of the best. We mean the best.
Women's basketball in the nation.
And the postseason starts here at Hoops in the Heartland. We'll see you in the Quad Cities.
March 10th through 13th, presented by Grinnell Mutual Insurance. Visit MVCQuadCities.com for ticket information.
Preferred 4-1 over any other orthopedic practice in the region, Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute offers the specialized bone, joint, and muscle care needed to keep you in motion. Our world-class providers serve as the official team physicians for Valparaiso University, and we have proudly delivered specialized, experienced care throughout Northwest Indiana for more than 50 years. To learn more about Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute, visit lbji.com.
Live on WVOR 95.1 and streaming at WVORthesource.com, you're listening to the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
Back here live on the Valpo Sports Radio Network as Mr. Bonn and I are centered around watching the conclusion of this Drake-Evansville game on my phone. It's 64-64 with 48 seconds left. And the Beacons are definitely rooting for the Purple Aces to be able to win that game, to be able to buy them a bye in the first round of the conference tournament. Next week, that's Mason Bonham, Garrett Willis. You're listening live to the LBJI postgame show here on the Valpo Sports Radio Network. Our postgame show brought to you by Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute. They're proud to be the official team physicians of Valparaiso University Athletics. Mason, I think we're just going to kind of watch this game here for a little bit. It'll be the most important thing that we do here in this postgame show to see if the Purple Aces are able to pull off what would be a monumental upset.
And a shocking one. Evansville 285 in the net ranking, worse than 200 spots than Drake, 83.
Oh, my goodness. Valpo somehow found a way to take both games against Drake this year.
That's impressive. One of the better feats of Valpo season this year, to be sure.
The best feat of the Valpo season, I would say so myself.
I would agree, as I believe they were also the first two wins against Drake.
The first two wins in program history against Drake. So I promise that we're not trying to be boring here, but frankly, we just witnessed a 20-point loss. We need something to be able to provide good news to Valpo after this game.
Certainly.
So we'll watch as Evansville is set to inbound with 2 seconds on the shot clock. It's a catch and shoot, and it's no good. Fight for the offensive rebounds controlled by Evansville, and they'll get another chance here with 15 seconds on the shot clock and 30 seconds left to go in this contest.
Massive offensive rebound there.
I don't have the numbers in front of me, so we'll just try to see if we're able to piecemeal this together. So Evansville shot with 3 seconds left to go, and it doesn't go in. It rims around. And Drake will have the ball with the last chance to score. It's a quick outlet up the court.
Shot clock off.
And we'll see what Drake's able to do. I believe that's Maddie Peterson at the top of the key. We've called games for both of these teams.
7 seconds
so
to play.
Drake drive down the lane, a stop, a spin, a shot blocked away, an easy cleanup, and a no good inside. And they're going to go to overtime.
It'll be an overtime game between Drake and Evansville.
Oh, my goodness.
Couldn't have gotten a better look with less than 5 seconds left, and it just rolled outside the rim.
Sometimes the ball just doesn't roll your way. And as Valpo did in Evansville 2 weeks ago, Drake will do the same, and they will play 5 more minutes. So probably won't have enough time to be able to keep it around and provide a ton of updates for that game. But Valpo may be watching that game in the locker room right now to see if their friends from down south will be able to provide them any help for the final standings.
Much better friends all of a sudden.
Much better friends, even though Valpo was able to sweep them in the regular season. Valpo on the day, 17 for 45 for 38%, 7 for 21 from beyond the arc, and 5 for 5. From the foul line, led by Shea Frederick with 11 points off 4 for 9 shooting. Missouri State, per usual, led by Bryce Caleb, 22 points on the day, which was tied for her season high. She scored 22 points in Los Angeles against USC back in November. One of the 3 Missouri State wins against Power 5 opponents so far this season. Outside of her, we saw White with 16 points off 6 for 16 shooting, 12 from Bernard. And really, those 3 players did the majority of scoring for Missouri State. 66-46. Valpo only has 1 game left here in the regular season. It does not get any easier against Southern Illinois. Crazy to think how they finished 9th in conference last season. Really didn't change much, and now they're first.
It's absolutely incredible. I mean, it's kind of the madness of the Valley. It's what we love about it, but certainly they've been a dominant team this year. I mean, the same caliber as this Missouri State team that's been historically good in the Valley over the last couple of years.
Missouri State will most likely finish in the 2 spot now. They improved to 14-3. Southern Illinois will finish a game ahead of them, but I believe that Salukis hold the tiebreaker. So Southern Illinois at 15-2 in the conference this year. I believe they only won 5 or 6 games last year. So an incredible turnaround in Carbondale for them. Look around the conference, see if there are any other scores. Northern Iowa takes down Indiana State, so they improve to 12-5. Indiana State falls to 6-11. And as we mentioned earlier, Southern Illinois holds Loyola to 28 points. That is truly shocking. I mean,
remarkable.
Loyola played so well in the 4th quarter against Valpo here last week. 11 for 49 from the field for 22%.
Did not score over 10 points in a single quarter.
Mason, a lot of things went wrong for Valpo here today. They played a good defensive first half, but I said it. Going into that 3rd quarter, you're not going to hold Missouri State to only 44 points for the game. They came out and over doubled their halftime production in the 3rd quarter, scoring 27 points in the 3rd quarter to pull away. It just seemed to be no answer for Valpo then in the second half. How do you improve upon that in one day before the Salukis come to town?
Yeah, it's certainly hard to keep a sleeping giant down, as we saw in the 3rd quarter. We heard Mary Evans say it, but need to be more aggressive on the offensive glass. They kept them off well in the first half, and it just fell apart in the second half to the tune of high double digits in offensive rebounds for the Bears.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good team, and there's a chance that Valpo may see them next week. Valpo will hope that they don't finish as the 7th seed, but if they do, they would be in line to face Missouri State if they're able to take down Bradley in the Valley first round. So there's a chance these 2 teams will see each other one more time, but Valpo most likely at this point would face Northern Iowa or Illinois State in the first round if they're able to finish as the 6th seed in the conference tournament. Mason, any final thoughts before we sign off?
Go Evansville. Biggest Purple Aces fan on Valpo's campus tonight, the 2 of us.
I'm guessing us 2,
well, and
besides
maybe the
Valpo women's team that is currently probably in the showers right now, trying to clean up before they regroup for a practice tomorrow and a game on Saturday against the Southern Illinois Salukis. Well, folks, stick around. The postseason starts for Valpo men's basketball here momentarily. They're taking on the Evansville Purple Aces, so don't declare yourself that big of a Purple Aces fan, as the men's team is hoping to be able to advance to the quarterfinals tomorrow, where they would be taking on Missouri State potentially if they win today. Todd Ickow, Paul Oren on that call in a half hour. I will take a brief break in studio, and we think Oliver Vanovsky's back in studio for controlling the board for us today. He'll also be controlling the board for Todd and Paul down in St. Louis, so thank you to Oliver for a hard evening of work in the studio for bringing Valpo basketball live to you on air. You can hear that game live on air. You hear it on the TuneIn app. You can also stay strapped to YouTube to be able to hear that game for Valpo versus Evansville here momentarily. The next game for the women will come on Senior Day here on Saturday at 1 o'clock. Start against the Salukis. Me and Peyton Kuzel, who's only about 8 feet away from me, will be on that call with me as well. So we'll be happy to hear him on the mic for that game. Tonight's presentation of Valparaiso women's basketball is an exclusive presentation of Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment and the Valpo Sports Radio Network on WVUR. And any reproduction, retransmission, or rebroadcast of this game without the express written consent of WVUR is prohibited. I'm the general manager. Jamie Lukey is the sports director, and the programming director is Zachary Collins. Once again, your final score here from the Arc. Valpo drops this game 66-46. For Mason Bonn, I'm Garrett Willis. Thank you for listening to the presentation of Valparaiso women's basketball here in the Valpo Sports Radio Network. Enjoy what's left of your Thursday night. Don't text and drive, and we'll see you right back here in about 30 minutes on the Valpo Sports Radio Network as we say goodnight from Valparaiso University.
Yo, this is your cup holder talking. The little round thing between your car seats. Now, I normally have a nice cold bottle of Mountain Dew in me, but at the moment, I'm empty. That's right, no Mountain Dew. Nothing in here but a couple of quarters and a dime. A fully capable cup holder like me just carrying your loose change? Look, I'm not made for loose change. I'm made to keep Mountain Dew within reach at all times, just inches from your hand. So find a store already, grab some Dew, toss it back, then place that bottle where it belongs. Mountain Dew. Do the Dew.
One meal everyone in your family can get on board with? It's Culver's. You may know us for our famous butter burgers, cooked to order for that great signature steak taste, but we're also known for our whole white meat chicken tenders and juicy chicken sandwiches, and our melty Wisconsin cheese curds, and our hand-battered North Atlantic cod.
At Culver's, we believe more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. Welcome to Delicious.
That was another presentation of Valparaiso Beacon Athletics on the Source 95 and the Valpo Sports Radio Network. Any reproduction, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the expressed written consent of the Source 95 management is prohibited. We thank you for listening to today's event as we now return you to regularly scheduled programming on the Source 95 WVUR-FM Valparaiso, the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
And that's right, ladies and gentlemen. The time is 8:01. Oh my gosh.
Or you can.
There we go. All right, the time is 8:01. You are listening to the Source 95. Stay tuned for the men's basketball game versus Evansville, just as Garrett and Mason have reminded you a couple of times. You know, that ending always reminds me of those old 2000s commercials where it's like, you wouldn't steal a book, would you? And it's like, you wouldn't steal a car. And of course, they finish off with, you wouldn't steal a baby, so don't steal our broadcast. I love that. All right, folks, so while I tide you over until we get to the next game, here is a new look at Khalid's new song, Last Call, released today. Enjoy. Good for me. Here we go.
Search for what'll set you free. It's not 2017 anymore. So you trust in a guy like me to give you everything in store. We'll be riding round dry when it gets hot, doing donuts in an empty light wall. Suddenly there's nothing worth comparing to your soul.